Okay, this time we're going slow ballad version. You ready?
Okay.
Spreading bullshit, whatever the cause. The translation's been lost. Nice to mix it up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't ready for that at all. I did.
No, I wasn't. I had to figure it out on the spot.
Yeah, and I'm sorry because I
No.
decided I was going to do it quite a while ago, like before you rolled your fag. But
I'm pretty glad it happened.
yeah, I was fully prepared to just catch you off guard with it.
Drop the old lime into the Corona
Oh, there's a bit of fizz.
because it's beer hours today.
Yeah.
Because we're recording at a different time than we usually do.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, very
fucking
early.
earlier.
Super early, man. I'm in shorts.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah,
We're short boys.
we are lounging. It's a loungy day because for once, literally the first time ever, I'm off today. I'm off work.
Garrett didn't work today, and he's
Yeah.
not working tomorrow. So.
Yeah, so we just been chilling. We watched the movie like a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then we just ordered an Apache, watched some Christina P with Ali. It was good. Yeah, I'm liking the chill, relaxed vibe to this one.
I like that. That we watched Christina P's Mother Inferior special on Netflix. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
A few bits didn't really land for me.
Yeah, she? I don't know. It's weird. I think she has a tendency to kind of. It's almost as though she doesn't go hard enough on the delivery of some of her jokes.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff she's saying, it's like, that's funny, man. Just commit to it a little more. But
Yeah.
I overall, I think it's a pretty funny special. I
Yeah,
quite
it's
enjoy it. Yeah. By the way, we're translation lost.
We're translation lost. We watch foreign language movies without subtitles and then talk about them. I'm Brian.
I'm
That's
Dara.
Dara. I pointed. You can't.
You can't
You
see
can't
it.
see me. But Dara's the other voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wonder if, right, I do wonder this every week when I'm doing the photo thing, when I'm editing the photo.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone who doesn't know us in person, do you think that they can guess whose voice is which? Right? I feel like they probably could. I feel like there's something about when you look at my face, you're like, yeah, I bet that
Yeah,
whiny
yeah.
voice comes from that whiny
I don't
looking
know, though.
bollocks. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
Write in and let us know
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you know who we are.
Yeah.
Everyone who listens to this exclusively knows who we are in
Yeah,
person. So.
Yeah. We tend to link it to them and then be like, if you listen
We're
to
very
it, yeah.
personal with our fan base.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We're like Daniel O'Donnell. Is that his name?
Daniel O'Donnell?
Is that his name? Daniel. What's the guy's name?
The guy who sings the owl ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Daniel O'Donnell,
that's
right?
Daniel O'Donnell.
Yeah, he hangs around after like shows and stuff and like meets everybody.
Oh, I bet
He's
they
like-
love it.
Yeah,
I
they
bet
do love it, man. My granny
Isn't he
went on a
lovely?
rant against him the other night and nearly caused a massive argument at a family get together. It was really weird. My auntie Anne was like, "Just leave me alone, mammy. I like him." And she's like, "Oh, he doesn't do it for me." And she was like hell bent against it. And then anytime anyone tried to change the subject, she'd bring it back to Daniel O'Donnell.
She just hates Daniel O'Donnell.
I don't know if she does, man.
she's
I just think she
counterculture.
got it
It's-
into her head at that exact moment that she hated Daniel O'Donnell, and then she just couldn't stop feeling the rage.
Counterculture.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, how was your week, Brian?
My week's been good. Not a lot going on. We're kind of just because we're going to Japan in 2 weeks, so we're just kind of waiting to.
We meaning
Me and Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're waiting to just to do. I'm waiting to do that before I do anything like permanent.
yeah,
Um.
or doing yeah. It's kind of weird when you're waiting for a big thing like that to come. You're just
Yeah.
like, what's the point of doing anything?
Especially when it's so
that
close
big
to
thing's
it. You're
coming.
like, I don't want to make any plans or like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case it all crumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it any more opportunity to after all the fucking like problems we had with it recently, with the Airbnb laws getting changed.
Yeah. I saw you very distressed messages to the group chat.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like 2 hours of like, oh fuck, we have nowhere to stay in Tokyo now. What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
But we sorted it out. We got a hotel.
that's sweet. Yeah.
And smoke cigarettes in the room,
Nice.
which is
Is that crazy for Japan? That seems
No.
crazy for Japan or something. I don't know why.
I think that's you can. I think that's a.
Yeah.
They're pretty okay with smoking indoors, not outdoors though. It's backwards. Yeah.
Okay. Weird.
A lot of bars and stuff. It's up to they don't have a smoking ban.
Right.
It's up to the owner's discretion whether or not they allow smoking in like their establishment.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, that's interesting. But like out on the street, the idea is there's so many fucking people that if you
There's
blow
so many people,
smoke,
and where
you're
do you
definitely
carry a
blowing it in
cigarette when
someone.
you're walking?
down,
Directly in line with a child's face.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. That's fair enough.
And which I understand. They have like little boxes that you can. Have you been to the? You were in the airport in Amsterdam recently.
Yeah. Like
Did you go into the
other
little
day.
box?
I've been in the little box.
little box,
Yeah, I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
in the little box. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a horrible box.
It is a horrible
You
box,
walk in and
especially
you're
when
just
you're
like,
vaping
"Oh,
in that box.
Jesus."
Yeah, especially because like I just went in to use like the one I'm using right now is actually yours because my coil is gone.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I went in just to use my vape because I didn't want to be like blowing up noxious clouds in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as soon as you open that door, it's like just a wall of cancer hits you.
Yeah.
It's a horrible.
We're
horrible
talking about
smell.
a little smoking box.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you can go in and smoke because
Yeah.
they don't let you outside once you've gone through customs in an airport, which kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of makes sense. Yeah, Leon was very unhappy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see. I was for those who don't know, I was in Amsterdam.
Yes, that's
Very
what Dara
recently.
did this week.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
did this week. And when we were coming back, we were like walking through the airport, and we were like, okay, we'll go get some food. And then Leon was like, yeah, then can I go for a smoke? And we were like, yeah, sure. And we went and got food, and then we heard an announcement being like, yo, people going to Dublin, hurry. And we were like, what? We have like an hour. And then we like hurried down there, and when we got there, Leon was like, so that's smoke? And we were like, oh shit, man, we totally forgot. But it was too late. Like we'd already we'd gone through. We were like, we had to give them our passports, and we were in like the terminal just waiting to get on the plane.
Yeah, yeah.
And
so,
Leon like asked the like air hostess lady. He was like, "Can I run up for a fag?" And she was like, "No." And he was like, "Can I smoke one just outside there, waiting for the plane?" She was like, "No." And he was like, "Okay."
That's terrible.
Yeah, I felt real bad. I felt awful.
I'm not looking forward to 11 hours.
Yeah,
on the plane.
man.
I can do it no problem.
But Ali.
Ali can't, and I'm
Yeah.
not looking forward to that.
Yeah, you're
because
just gonna be sitting beside
sitting
her.
beside a smoker who can't smoke for 11 hours, just trying to, and you're both like really bored, and it's probably going to be too warm.
Yeah, like Ali can't make it through the films we watch without
Without
a
having
cigarette.
a cigarette, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, I went to Amsterdam.
Yes,
I
Dara
didn't.
went
I
to
didn't
Amsterdam.
just come back from Amsterdam. I also
He
went
just got
there.
back today. It was, he flew into my back garden. We had to move the fence.
No, I actually got back on Friday night at like our flight was at like 10:05 at night. So I got back to Carlo at like maybe 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was fully prepared to just go and do the podcast the next day, as we do every Saturday, or every second Saturday. But then it turns out that my granny and granda were having a joint birthday barbecue, so I went up and did that instead. So that's why the
Yeah.
podcast has been slightly delayed. Sorry about that.
That's
To
man.
anyone who's concerned, Roshin was concerned. Fucking cunt, not even listening. Just call us out on the fact that we're late with our episode, but don't actually listen to
Yeah.
the ones that come out on time.
She's not gonna hear
Thanks,
this.
Roshin. Exactly.
She's not gonna hear
So I'm
this.
just gonna tear her asunder. Here's her phone number if you want to text her and give out. No. Yeah.
So Amsterdam was good.
It was
assume.
it was dope. It
we
was
bo-
awesome.
we-
Oh, 1 second.
Oh my God! What is this?
This is your present, bro.
Oh my God!
You ready? Now, a little bit of background to this
Okay.
present, okay, right? This was originally Evan's present, right? And I gave it to him.
Then he pissed you off.
No, no, I gave it to him in front of Finn. We all had a good chuckle. Evan was not impressed.
Oh
Right?
no.
And so I said, suddenly it clicked with me because I had your present in my bag as well. And I was like, you know what? These presents might work better in reverse.
Okay.
So I offered Evan a choice. I said, you can keep this present or you can go with the Mystery Brian's present.
Okay.
Right? And he went with Mystery Brian present, okay? So he ended up with a lighter that is like a dude's body with a little willy hanging off of it,
man.
right? So that's what Evan's got. That's what Evan went away with. You, my good sir, are walking away with these to help with your poker playing, so you can practice at home, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't. It's a. I'll put a picture up in this episode right now. You'll see it. It's sex poker. It says it's a pack of cards, and it says nude boys sex poker.
Yeah, nude boys sex poker. And Brian, I checked, man. These are some very nude boys. These are incredibly nude boys. Check these fucking boys out, man.
Oh
Look
my
at
God,
that
that is an erection.
A massive erection. But what I love about it is that they just look like casual dick pics. Like there's no real pizzazz to it. You know?
These
It looks
look like they were all taken in like the 90s.
Yeah,
as well.
especially this guy might be my fave, to be honest. The Jack of Diamonds.
Oh my God! Look at that man.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
He's like a glistening,
It's basically
ripped black dude.
It's Carol Weaver from Predator.
Yes.
It's the black guy from Predator.
It's the black guy from Predator.
But he's just got
naked.
it. He's just hanging down.
Yeah.
It's not even hanging. It's like a semi.
It's a semi, right? Yeah, we were discussing this when I showed them the cards.
This is
Finn
Jared.
and
This is horrible.
I think it's pretty fantastic.
It's hilarious.
Because we've gotten into poker now, so now you can practice at home. And
But
stuff.
I know that there's going to be a point where I'm like, "Hey, Dad, look what Dara got me." He's going to be like, "What the fuck?"
I think they're pretty spectacular, personally.
Oh.
And obviously, I got myself the naked lady cards.
Of course you did.
Which are also pretty hilarious, to be honest. Sex stuff is just funny. That's
Yeah,
the
and
thing.
they sell so much of it over there too.
It's so
Yeah.
much of it, man. It's everywhere.
Did you go to that big condom shop?
No.
There's like a big shop for condoms.
Really?
Yeah,
Where?
on like the main street. That
In the district?
further
one?
down than the Burger Bar. Like if you keep following
Oh,
that street.
really? Okay, interesting.
It-
I went
maybe
back
it's
to
a
Burger
museum.
Bar, by
I
the
don't
way.
know. It was something. I was.
Oh, I think there might be a
Wasn't really
condom
paying
museum. I
attention.
think I've heard that. I don't know. I have no idea though.
It was just condoms.
Tended to stay away from like the sex stuff. Really, I've no interest in seeing
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
live sex show, especially not for like 30 quid or whatever. If it was like a tenner, I'd be like, yeah, this could be hilarious, but not for €30. Like I saw a peep show that was like 2 quid.
Yeah.
That was weird actually because it was just this lady. You know how peep shows work, like it's
Yeah,
a lady in a
yeah,
box,
yeah.
obviously, and you're in this little stall, but there's a bunch of little stalls that are all surrounding this lady, and you're just in
They're
there with
all
a
just
bunch of
peeping.
strangers, yeah. But when I got in first, like there was clearly other guys in other stalls or other people,
Could
fucking
be
2018,
anyone.
could be anybody.
Could be anyone.
But there was like other people in the stall. But then at a certain point, I don't know when, but it became very apparent that I was the only one left. Because she was like directing all of her moves straight at me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and like
or maybe
hard.
she just liked you the most.
It could have been that, man. Just my little eyes peeking out through the fucking little glass thing. She was like, "Oh, I like this one."
It's just
But-
a keyhole with like a cartoon eye in the middle.
And man, like she was going like ham. Like she was going properly ham. Like she was, giving the pussy a slap.
Oh
She
my
was like
God.
stretching things in ways that I never needed to see them stretched. And it was gas. It was hilarious. But then it ended. Like my time ran out, and she like looked directly at me and was like, "Now you pay more. Now more money. You put more money in." And I was just like there's a sheet of glass between us. So I was just like, I'm just gonna leave. Just gonna walk out.
Wow.
Like you've absolutely no power over me in this scenario, lady. Yeah. So that was a fun, weird experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, but that was grand. Went to the zoo. Amsterdam
What's
Zoo's really
Amsterdam
nice.
Zoo like?
Dope.
I've never been.
Yeah, it's really nice. The majority of the stuff, it's pretty cool because we got there at like 3:00 and the indoor stuff closes at 6. So we like spent 3 hours like going to like the aquarium and this like butterfly room and stuff.
Oh, cool.
They have all these like really cool like indoor habitats, incredible stuff. But then the rest of the zoo is just a park
Oh.
and it's outdoor. So you
Yeah,
can just
yeah.
after the zoo closes at 6, you can just keep walking around. So like there were like gorillas and stuff that were just out there chilling. There were a load of baboons, right? That were like hanging out in like a fountain. And like the only thing dividing them from us was this fountain that only came up to like I'd say my shin. But they were just chilling. I could have gone up there and kicked one if I wanted. They were that close to me, like,
That's
and I was
crazy.
kind of looking at them. I was like, this seems a bit dangerous.
Yeah,
but
I
it
feel
was
like
fine.
a baboon, if it gets mad, it could Could
Yeah.
fuck you up. Like,
Yeah, or
pretty-
maybe it wasn't baboon. It was some form of monkey, but it was
any
right as you
monkey,
come
if
in.
It got mad, could fuck you up.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like a little one, but like they were the little ones. But like as soon as we came in, it wasn't even like hidden in the zoo. It was like quite close to the entrance. There was just a bunch of them running wild. It was nuts. Yeah, loads of giraffes. Saw a zebra. You know, all the classic zoo stuff. It was pretty nice. Yeah, it was a good time. Amsterdam's lovely. Everyone should go to Amsterdam.
Amsterdam's really nice.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful architecture. Cycle around if you go to Amsterdam. See the city way
Yeah.
faster. It's great. Only costs like 20
I
quid.
like the buildings that like go in at the top. I was motioning as if people can fucking see me. But
We
they
need
like
to get a video recorder.
yeah. There's buildings that the buildings like curve in because of the wind or to do something with the wind to disperse it or some shit.
Is that why it is?
I think it's something to do with that. Yeah.
That's
It's
interesting.
cool, and it looks really nice in the winter as well.
Yeah, yeah. I
Have
haven't.
you
I haven't been
in the
there in the
winter?
winter. No, I've been there twice, and both times it was like surprisingly sunny. Because both times I've spoken to people from Amsterdam, and they've been like, "It's not usually like this.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty shit." But yeah, so I've just gotten incredibly lucky twice.
I
But
think we went in February, so it was
yeah, you did,
like
Jeff.
snow and cold and
Yeah.
didn't stop people screaming outside of our hostel at like fucking 9 is a
Nah, that's a
pretty
pretty
reasonable
reasonable
hour
time.
both ways. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean 9 a.m. You still kind of be like, don't scream outside,
9
but you can
a.m.,
be up.
Work,
You know, you can be up, but don't scream on your way to work. Who's screaming on their way to work?
Man, sometimes
Yeah.
I'm sure you feel like screaming on your way to work.
Wait, then you roll up the car windows, you turn the volume up, and then you scream solemnly to yourself. Right? That's your burden to bear, no one else's. We're lying in. We don't have jobs to go to. We're on holiday. No? No. The hostel that we stayed in, like once you open the door, it's just stairs.
Yeah.
Just like a very, very thin, like slanted stairwell.
Yeah.
And I sent a picture of it to Finn, and he was like, "Yeah, the Dutch get weird with stairs."
Dutch
And they do,
don't give
man.
a fuck with stairs. They'll put them anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere, absolutely anywhere. There was like 3 individual flights of stairs to get up to our room. There was like one really long one, and then 2 like shorter ones. But yeah, it was crazy. We were up so goddamn high, and then you'd look out the window from our hotel, and there'd be like taller buildings, much taller. And I'd be like, none of these buildings seem that tall when I'm walking by them. It's weird.
But when yeah,
No.
their stairs are terrible.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
But
yeah.
you know.
But also, yeah, I went back to to Burger Bar, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, twice. So I went there the first time I was starving, just got a normal burger. It was delicious. Second time, what's that, Wagyu, is it?
Wagyu, the
Wagyu.
Japanese burger.
That's what it
Japanese
is. It's Japanese, is
Yeah.
it? Right, I got that the second time on your recommendation, and it was delicious. Don't get me wrong, it was definitely delicious. But it was just, the first burger was also delicious, and it was like €6 cheaper,
That's true.
you know?
That's true.
So, like, I'm glad that I tried the burger, and if you do go to Amsterdam, yeah, try the burger. It's a good burger. But if you're just looking for, if you don't have that much to fork over for a burger, because it was like €15,
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
burger.
See, I had it the first night I was there because I was like, we're on holidays. It's our very first night. It's just me and Ali out exploring,
Yeah.
like the little area around where we're staying. Let's get something cool. Like, oh shit, Wagyu burger. I'll pay for that to start this like holiday off good, you know?
Yeah, see that makes sense. But you see, I went in there being like, I want to start this holiday off right by not wasting all my money before I've done anything.
That's the thing. I also went in with you went in with me being like, you got to check this out. I just saw it while walking down the street and went in.
Yeah,
That
so those are two.
probably
Yeah,
colors my opinion a little bit.
yeah,
too.
absolutely. But like I said, don't get me wrong, delicious burger.
Yeah, really good.
Burger Bar is dope. It's also a chain in
Yeah.
Amsterdam. I didn't realize that, but we found like 2 more as we were
That's
just
great.
roaming around. Yeah, it's dope.
It
Yeah,
deserves to be a chain.
It
It's
does.
fucking good.
yeah,
Yeah.
really good burger. Yeah, but that's pretty much. Did I do anything else other than that? Oh, went to see the Human Music gig.
Yeah.
They were supporting Auxiliary Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to see them like the night before I left, and they were dope. Like both bands were
I
dope.
saw some of your Instagram story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm all about promoting them online.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but they were really, really good.
Actually,
so well
yeah,
done
check
to.
out everyone who's listening to this knows who Human Music are. But
Yeah, but also check out
check
Auxiliary
out-
Phoenix.
Yeah. Check out Auxiliary Phoenix as well.
Yeah, check out Auxiliary Phoenix On his own, or Auxiliary Phoenix Trio, who were playing, and they were
Both.
fucking incredible.
Both are
Both
really
are
good,
incredible. Yeah, yeah. So that was awesome. That was a really. I had a week off, by the way. I had a week off work, so like I started my week off work by going to the Gorillas, see Gorillas. That was amazing in Malahide Castle. Went with Keith. Unbelievable
Yes.
gig. Loved it. Then the next night, I went to the Human Music Auxiliary Phoenix gig.
Yeah.
It was dope. That was on Sunday, and then on Tuesday morning, I flew out to Amsterdam. Yeah, so it was a even during my week off, I'm like very very much on the go, very busy. So I'm tired, but
Yeah, but you
but
got a
I'm
week off to do fun things. and you
exactly. I
packed
feel
it with them. That's
fulfilled,
good.
man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel very fulfilled. Yeah, I'm delighted. Yeah, yeah. I think that.
E3 was this week as well.
Yes.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was an okay E3 year, I guess. It was.
Yeah. Anything that like particularly jumped out at you, or
Um, Devil May Cry 5 got announced. That's cool, I guess.
I've heard of Devil May Cry,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things that I've always heard of, and not. I've never understood the context. I've always been like, it could be a movie, could be a band, could be a video game.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It was an okay year.
Yeah.
I don't know, the whole year seemed underwhelming.
What do you mean, like the whole?
E3,
Like
all the press conferences, all the things that they showed off, you were kind of like, yeah, all right. I guessed as much would happen, which, it seems to happen every year.
Yeah.
But that's why you play bingo and get really drunk, because then it doesn't matter. Me and Ali, there's bingo cards over there that
I was wondering what those were. I saw them. Yeah. Yeah.
I drew all the logos of the different companies, and I'm really proud of them because they came out really well.
That's really cool. Nice. That's a lot of effort to put
Yeah.
into that, but dope. I like it.
That was pretty fun though.
Yeah. Shit like that. It's always a little bit fun. It's like the Lay Toy Show, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like, but I don't even watch that all the way through anymore. I couldn't be arsed, really.
We watch that, and we also drink for that too.
Yeah, everyone drinks for that.
Yeah, we do the drinking game.
Yeah.
That's always really fun.
Yeah, I imagine you get sloshed.
Yeah, you have to start Nixon rules sometimes
Oh, yeah.
because you're like, we're just gonna run out of drink and die.
Such as like one for everyone in the audience or whatever.
Yeah, at a point you're like, every time he's like, and there's one for everyone in the audience, you're like, you're a bastard, Ryan Tuberty, you're a bastard.
Yeah.
Let me drink this fucking apple Mickey Finn's.
Mm.
Because for some reason, that's become the drink that we did for that. It's become tradition to get Mickey Finn's, which is like apple shot juice.
Okay.
And it's so tart and sticky and sugary and gross.
Yeah.
That by the end of it, you're your whole throat is burning. You're like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. Fuck you, right, Tuberty.
That's how just drinking alcohol in general sounds to me, to be honest.
Nah, beer. You can just keep drinking beer until you die.
No, I think drinking beer would come with a whole different set of problems. Like, oh my god, my stomach is so full.
Having
oh my
too
god,
much fun.
I've pissed so many times in the last hour.
That's I know. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because
I try to watch the amount I piss. I try to not watch it. Oh no, it's not like I'm trying to cut back or anything. But I like to be aware of it. If I go to the bathroom, if I feel like I need to piss, I'm like, should I need to piss? How much water have I been drinking? Have I been keeping up with my hydration? How hydrated am I? And then midstream, I will assess the color of my piss. I'll be like, god damn it, there, you gotta drink another liter. Another liter is needed. So I feel like alcohol would just be it would totally throw off my system.
my system works around alcohol now.
Yeah.
It would fuck yours up.
Yeah.
Because I got into wine for a while there.
Yeah.
I like wine a lot now. I like red wine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wine smells like shit. It smells like vinegar.
Dude, it tastes bad. And then one day you just drink some wine and you're like, oh my god, wine suddenly is just good now.
That's insane.
I've become an adult. Wine is just good.
But I feel like it's the same with
then
coffee,
you look at
though.
the calorie content in wine.
And
you're like, oh no, a bottle of wine is half my intake of calories for the day.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane.
It's not half. It's like 500 and something calories. in
Yeah.
Like a,
Okay. I have been very misinformed then. Because or I just wasn't paying enough attention, which is more likely. Because I know Austin used to drink wine for dietary reasons.
well, that's. He was drinking it with water though as well.
Was he?
I think he was cutting it with water,
Right. Okay.
which you can do with white wine, but
Right. Okay.
if you're a baby like Austin,
No, I remember he would have like pints of wine, of red wine, in
Of
like
red
pubs and
wine?
stuff, and I would keep for a second. I would keep like glancing over and seeing him and being like, "Oh, Austin with a pint of Ribena," and then looking away, and then I'd look back and be like, "No, no, Dara, don't let yourself believe that. That's foolish." No. Have you
Yeah.
watched anything crazy this week,
Ooh,
Brian?
have I watched anything crazy this week? I played Detroit Become Human, if that means anything to anyone listening to this. If you've heard of David Cage, the game director who makes bad games. He's a bad director and a bad writer, and this feels like a game that was made by a bad director and a bad writer, but was somewhat saved by a bunch of other people on the project being like, come on lads, we have to do something. We can't let him get away with this a fifth time. So what ended up, we actually had a lot of fun playing the game, and a lot of the dumb elements you could just kind of laugh them off, and it ended up being really good. I got it for free too. That might have helped.
That was what I was gonna ask was how much did you pay for it? So
nothing, and
Yeah.
it's a €70 game or whatever.
yeah, good, good. If you'd paid for that, I would have been like, why pay for the
I wasn't
the
gonna get it, and then I saw
Yeah.
I was trading in games, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you can take this for free because you traded in God of War," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take that." I
That's
got the
awesome.
art book as well. Yeah, it was nuts.
That's savage. That's great. You rewatched RoboCop as well.
I did rewatch RoboCop. That movie is still great.
Yeah.
It's still one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a good old satire. Ali hadn't seen it.
Ali
So,
hadn't
you know.
seen it, and one of the press companies, Devolver Digital. Did I show you their press? It was like the weird one where the woman's head exploded at the end, and like it was all fake. No, okay, I mustn't have shown it to you. But they do these weird, like tongue-in-cheek, not real press conferences
Right.
with like a fake business lady,
Okay.
basically yelling about how we're going to take all of your money.
Okay.
And it's making fun of all the other companies and stuff.
Right.
But this year, before their thing, they were like, you should watch RoboCop before we do our press conference so that you'll get the reference. And
Interesting.
so we were like, fuck it, we're watching RoboCop.
Have you, and
Yeah, the
Was it-
reference, there was just a big scene lifted out of RoboCop.
was it worth it?
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
It was great.
Dope. Awesome. Nice.
RoboCop's great. Watch RoboCop. It's a fucking good movie. You can get it anywhere online, pretty much.
Yeah. I don't think I've actually really watched anything in the last little while because I've been off.
I think you've been quite busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watched two. Man, it turns out that there's like 2 whole seasons of episodes that I was not aware of.
Another show that I just started watching as well. You showed it to me. And
Yeah.
I
I
watched
just didn't
the-
know. I didn't know that there was a 4th and 5th season.
yeah.
Netflix didn't notify me, despite the fact that I watched the first 3.
How many is there on Netflix in total?
5 now.
That's the last one, I think.
Is that the
Yeah.
last one? Yeah.
Yeah, it ends at 5. I think.
Yeah. But I'm fucking raging, man. I don't understand why Netflix does this because it notifies me about shit that I don't want
Yeah.
to see. It's like, oh, this bullshit with Adam Sandler in it has been added, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Would you tell me when episodes is uploaded though? Because I'm gonna actually watch that. Like,
Netflix's system is so bad.
Yeah.
Why the fuck can't they have a sort function for shit? Like, let me sort it alphabetically, or the recently added section. Let me just sort that by like date.
yeah,
You know? Put the newest shit right there at the top so I can see what's new
yeah,
instead of the same thing for the entire month.
yeah. Or
'Cause
like,
it's bullshit.
do you know what's just what's becoming annoying to me is that it seems as though the continue watching thing is getting like further and further down the list. Have you noticed this? You have to keep scrolling now to find it, and it's like, man, I just want to watch that thing I was watching 15 minutes ago.
And it seems to really be taking a turn towards TV shows.
Mm.
Because when you go down through that thing, it's all like TV comedy, TV action, TV
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
And you're like,
British
ah,
TV.
you like the
American TV.
binge watch. That's
Yeah.
working for you. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's amazing that we're fucking complaining about this
incredible
this
thing.
incredible
but-
system where we just get whatever movies or TV shows like within reason that we want,
Yeah.
ad free for as long as we want.
Yeah.
For like, was it like, I think €12 a month I'm paying.
Don't look at me, man. I'm just mooching
Oh, yeah,
off of you.
You're mooching off mine. So yeah, it's like 11, €10 a month,
Yeah.
which is
I remember
like
when it.
fucking nothing. Really.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
nothing. But
yeah.
I do remember specifically that when it first came out, they had those ads with the fucking gerbil or the hamster or the guinea pig or whatever it was, and he had a British accent and he'd be like, only €6 a month.
Yeah, the price has gone up a little bit.
Of course it has, but it's a little bit. If it's 12 quid, then it's doubled. To
You know,
be fair, but
If
so was the content available, I suppose.
the fact that I've put in like a little bit extra money now, if like my price has gone up a little bit, their shows, like the quality of the shows that they're putting on there now, is like really good. Like it's really really high quality. A lot of it's really like high quality shit. There's a lot of really good shows like that are or movies that are like Netflix originals and stuff.
Yes.
But there's a lot of shit.
There's
too.
a load
There's
of
a lot
shit.
of
There's
shit, too.
so much
Yeah.
shit, man. There's
But
and there's not just that, but like there's so much shit that is also like a Netflix original. It seems that to me,
yeah.
Netflix's current business plan, because they started making original stuff, and quite a bit of it did well. A lot of it did really well, and so
what was
now,
the big one that did really well. There was like I feel like there was one in particular.
well, I know that they brought back Arrested Development.
That
and
did well for
that's
them.
done very
Stranger
well for them.
Things as
Stranger
well.
Things.
That's a little bit more recent.
Yeah, but but like there's I feel like there's one that's right there in right in front of me. For some reason I can't think of it.
Yeah. You keep talking about your thing. I'm gonna actually Google it.
But yeah, it seems now that they're like, oh, we made a couple of like good original series, so now let's just keep pumping money into anything. Any original series, and some of them will probably be good.
But they have the money though, right?
I mean, they do right
House
now.
of Cards.
House of
Ooh.
Cards. Ooh.
Orange is the New Black as well.
Is that an original? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I haven't really seen that.
that's
I've
really
seen
good.
The first couple episodes.
I've watched every season. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Me and Ali watch it.
13 Reasons Why. I fucking hate that show. I've never even seen an episode, but I hate it just on principle.
Yeah, it seems very. I don't know. I've watched Altered Carbon.
It's way too much, that show.
A good.
It's way too much.
Have you watched any of Altered Carbon?
No.
That's a pretty cool show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all cyberpunk and shit.
Okay.
Cool.
That is kind of
It's
cool.
about people can take their consciousness out of like their body.
Right.
On like everyone has their consciousness on a little disc, so you can swap bodies all the time. You can buy a new body, a better body, or you get like your body gets all fucked up, and they have to put you in a new body, but you might get a shit body because it's a government issued body.
Okay.
And all
is
the
pretty
rich
cool.
people like live forever because they have like tons of body. It's fucking it's really good. It's
Nice.
it's cool. And like it's like an action thing as well. So
Yeah.
there's like cool fights and stuff.
Okay. That does sound cool.
Yeah, so it's
Well-
worth checking out the first few episodes.
But look, right? The 13 Reasons Why thing, right? I need to talk about it.
Give me 13 reasons why you hate this show.
Yeah? For reals?
Do you have 13 reasons?
I bet you I could find 13 reasons.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, it fucking glorifies suicide, right? Number 2, I'm sick of suicide. Okay?
I'm sick
People
of
kill
it.
themselves.
People-
We
yeah.
fucking get it. All right? We know. And number 3, it's like it's trying to increase like the shock factor, do you know? Like back in the day, just like using suicide as a theme point blank was like controversial and edgy, but now it's not because everyone's done it. So now they make it like really graphic and like just way too much. Like, and this is just shit that I've heard about the show. And what I'm talking about specifically, I'm not going to spoil because it's in the very last episode of the new season, but it's fucking horrific. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's not something that I think can be justified in terms of like, oh, well, like it's just an important thing, like it's an important message. People need to know that this is going on, because I'm like, I already knew that stuff like that was going on. I don't need to see it on my downtime. I don't
really
want
to
to.
know what this is now.
Do you want to know?
Um,
Do you want to know enough to put in a time code? Is what I'm asking.
I could just cut this bit out.
You
I
could,
could just pause and then unpause.
Yeah, you could if you wanted to.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Be right back. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty fucking awful,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's
man?
pretty
it's
terrible.
pretty disgusting. Like it's
That's,
no good. Who wants to see that?
If you want to know what it is, Google it.
Google
I
it.
just don't, it's just out. I don't want to spoil it for people.
Yeah, but I've been told about it by 2 separate people, and the first person who said it to me was like, kind of again weirdly glorifying it.
Yo, dude, check this out.
Yeah, like, oh man, this thing, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's fucking crazy, man. You gotta see it. And then the second person who said it to me was like I cried. I cried for hours. Like I was watching this at night before going to bed, couldn't sleep. And I'm like, yeah, because it's fucking gruesome. Like, no, like that's just too far. That's only 3 reasons, but I feel like it's fucking enough, to be honest.
Yeah, that's almost 13. That's 1 digit away.
Right? Exactly.
So you don't think 13 Reasons Why will be sweeping the Oscars this year?
Oh Jesus. No. I don't know. It's just and like do you know what I hate about that show is the idea that if that woman existed in real life, if there was a girl in Carlo who like committed suicide and then 13 people in Carlo all got like videotapes being like, here's why you're one of the reasons I killed myself, everyone would be like, wow, what a fucking shit human being that girl was. Fuck off. Like, okay, I'm very sorry that those people made you sad and you know, fucking bullied you and harassed you, and I'm sure that if I watch the show, they definitely do terrible things to her, right? But if you're killing yourself, right, if you are committing suicide, which is already like look, it's an unfortunate thing, it's a very tragic thing, it's a very sad thing, but it is kind of a selfish thing to do when you consider like your family and the impact of the people who are still going to be there when you're gone, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's why most people would be like, ooh, suicide, bit of a selfish thing, right? Already. But then when you go, oh yeah, it's already a little bit of a selfish thing, but you're also just going to ruin the lives of 13 people who are still alive after you've gone.
Yeah,
Then you're just a bad person. Then you're just leaving the world, but you're like, oh, I just want to make it a little shitter first. Bam, bam, bam. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking shit. Like, I don't know.
watch after this little rant on suicide here. Like, between today when we're recording this and tomorrow, the next day when the episode goes up, some big celebrity commits suicide.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And then our video's going to be taken down.
Anthony Bourdain, actually. That was another thing we didn't cover.
Anthony Bourdain?
We didn't talk about Anthony Bourdain. You don't know who Anthony Bourdain is? He's like a Travel Channel chef guy.
No,
man, he's from New York. He's great. He used to do all these shows on like
what?
He'd go around the world trying foods and
Was
stuff.
he the man versus food guy?
No.
Then I don't care. No, that's not true. I'm sorry. Did he die? I assume he died.
Committed suicide.
He committed suicide?
Yeah.
Okay, that's sad.
That is sad.
That is sad. Don't get me
It
wrong,
was one
man.
of the first celebrity deaths in quite a while where I was like, oh, I actually like feel something.
Yeah. Look, don't get me wrong. I would just like to make it extra clear before anyone in the comments starts being like, oh, no one in the comments is going to do that anyway because no one comments our fucking videos, right? But I've been fucking affected. As recently as several days ago, I've been affected by suicide. I'm aware of the fact that it's an awful situation, but I still maintain that if you blame people who are going to continue living, you can quit if you want. We all have an out button, right? We all have it, but just don't fuck it for anyone else. If you can't
what
do
if those
it,
people deserve it for like driving you to that, right? Like, you don't think that?
I don't know, man. I think that if the people deserve it, right, then they're gonna fucking feel it anyway. I think that if the people deserve it, then when they find out that you've killed yourself, they're just gonna have a moment themselves, hopefully, where they go, fuck.
Is that me?
I bet that had something to do with, oh shit,
Yeah,
oh god,
okay.
look at think of all the, oh my god, all the things I did, oh no. Instead of just a video going, yeah, it's you, it's your fault.
Well,
I feel like it's a little on the nose, personally. I just think that it's a shitty thing to do.
moving on.
Yeah, maybe we
this.
should, because
You might not commit suicide, but you might get shot.
You could get shot, man. You can get shot in your car.
You
can
get
get
shot
It doesn't matter how famous you are, how many pregnant women you beat. You can just get shot.
Hey, look now.
I'm sorry. R.I.P. XXX Tentacion or whatever
Tarnation
the fuck your
did a lot of stuff.
Name was.
Did a lot of bad things.
He did.
Did seem to be trying to change for the
Supposedly.
better at the end there.
Supposedly.
You gotta give him that. And it's pretty rough that someone gets shot in their car. Like, that's pretty horrible.
Yeah, it's not a good way to die. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's not, I don't want anyone to die at 20. But, like, when, like, I didn't know anything about this guy, really, I'd heard some of his songs. People had put them on at parties. I know Oshin played me one of his songs pretty recently. I can't really remember how it goes. But like,
yeah, a lot of his songs are like that.
Yeah, so like I've been aware of his name for a while or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when someone sent a message to the group chat being like, "Oh God, XXX died," I was like, "Oh shit!" And I googled it, and it was like, "Oh, XXX shot at 20," and I was like, "Oh fuck, at 20?" And then I clicked into the article,
like
and it
2
was
years
like,
younger than us.
and it was like, having recently been released after a conviction for beating his pregnant girlfriend, and I was just closed the article. I was like, okay, fine. I'm sorry you died, but I don't need to mourn you.
Dude, how crazy is it that rappers are shooting each other again?
Yeah, it's pretty great, right? I'm hype. I'm hype.
We're going to get another 90s.
Yeah, it's going to be savage. Yeah, we're going to get gang wars, And do you know what the best thing is?
Feuds,
do you know what the best thing about rappers shooting themselves is? Is the lyrics get way better. The lyrics just get like the trash talk, man.
All these rappers are just like rapping about how they have face tattoos or they're sad or some shit.
Yeah. Or just having money or whatever.
Get a street war going on and suddenly shit gets dark and hype.
Yeah, man. Fucking
get like Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
Hit 'Em Up by Tupac.
Oh
my God, they're like some of the just best fuck you lyrics of all time, and they all came because he got shot.
Oh my God. What a selfish fucking. Oh, dude, a rapper got shot. I can't wait for my raps that I listen to get better. We are 42 minutes into this episode.
42 minutes in, and I've already said at least 2 things that I'm gonna cringe when re-listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a thing, by the way, for anyone listening to this show, anyone who listens to the show on a regular basis, just know that when I say some stupid bullshit and I hear it afterwards, I'm always like, ooh, that was some stupid bullshit to say there. You probably should have elaborated a little more. Or...
The problem is, as soon as we finish an episode and I like edit it and upload it, it's gone. Everything we said in that episode is just gone from my mind, like a fart in the wind. And then I get like family members are like, "Oh, I was listening to your podcast the other day," and immediately you get that, "Oh shit, what did I say? What stupid shit did I say on the podcast?"
But you're quite good, I would say, at not saying super stupid shit, I have
a bit of a filter.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you don't have a filter.
I don't have a filter. And the thing is
because there was a while at the start when we started doing like episodes where we'd finish an episode and I'd be like, "Dara, you have to stop saying people's full names. You can't do that."
Or just calling them alcoholics.
Or just calling
people out for shit. Yeah. Well, I don't have a filter that way, but that's because it's unfortunate. It's because when I'm fuck you, when I say this stuff, in my head I hear all of the context behind it, all of the thoughts that I have on that subject are like there, but then when I just hear the sentence isolated, I'm like, oh, that's not representative of what I think at all. Yeah, so I apologize to anyone who's listening to this show and just being like, "Oh God, is that guy a scumbag? Is Brian just hanging out with a bad dude?" Yeah. Anyway,
we're pretty bad dudes.
Oh yeah,
we're
the baddest of dudes.
All right, where's that sheet of paper with all the information for the fucking movie?
I'll find it for you.
It's over there on the desk. I should have brought it over. I gathered up everything else and I knew I forgot something.
Just dropped the iPad right on the floor. Bam! Don't need it.
All right. I'm actually just gonna read the information first, but then I wrote down some just thoughts here as we were watching the movie. I'm so sorry, I burped. Trying Tried not to do it
Excuse
into
you.
the mic. Into the mic.
Into the mic.
Into the mic. So we watched Young Tiger, a 1973 movie directed by Wu Ma. Oh, no, that was a different movie. You see, there are two 1973 movies called Young Tiger that are both Chinese.
But isn't the one we watched, doesn't it have like 3 titles?
Yes,
One of them is
and I'm
like
going to get to that.
Okay.
We watched Young Tiger, a 1973 movie, also known as Policewoman, and Rumble in Hong Kong.
Oh, that's cheap, isn't it?
Rumble in Hong Kong is cheap.
That's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cheap.
I feel like that was what they rebranded it to.
Yeah, I'd say that was the re-release
Because
title.
they re-released this movie and they used something from it to push it when it really shouldn't have been pushed.
No.
And shouldn't have been re-released.
No.
Oh, wow, I'm really close to the mic. It was directed by Hei Deng Su. I have a different director here on my card that whatever.
Just go with what Ali said, man. Fuck it.
Who also co-stars in the movie.
Oh.
As who?
Who knows? Who cares?
The cast is Lin Shui, Charlie Chin, and Jackie Chan.
Charlie Chin, of course, the Chinese Charlie Sheen. Sorry. That was stupid as
That
fuck.
was so
That's so stupid.
Charlie Chin, known for his chin.
His chin.
Language Mandarin. So they tried to cash in on Jackie Chan's fame, this is one of his early roles as a bad guy with a big mole on his face,
Oh, man.
covered in hair.
A big mole that is such a big mole that it doesn't even look like a mole. We thought it was a plaster
Yeah,
for a very long time.
I think it is. I just think they didn't
Yeah,
have very
just
good.
put a plaster
Yeah.
on his face and then stuck a couple hairs. Yeah.
So yeah, here's my quick thoughts.
Okay, quick
I have
thoughts.
some quick
Brian's
thoughts.
quick thoughts, ladies and gentlemen.
While we were watching the movie, I'm going to start doing this now. These are just thoughts that I have while watching it.
Okay.
Every punch has the same sound effect.
That is true.
It had every punch.
Every
single time.
And you're saying punch, man, but you mean like
Oh,
every
and kicks
kick,
and chops.
every break of a window.
Yeah.
Like it was just the same sound effect over and over again.
Jackie Chan has a giant mole on his face,
Yeah.
which we just talked
We
about.
did.
It was
It's
pretty
really,
gross.
Yeah, it's super gross. And surprisingly, quite a crucial plot element.
So much talking.
Yeah.
So much talking.
Yeah.
To say this is an action movie,
Is an exaggeration.
it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a straight up lie.
Yeah. Because it starts with like quite a bit of fighting. And then there's nothing.
Like pretty standard fighting too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like it's anything crazy.
It was
you know?
it was so formulaic because
Yeah.
the way it was happening was there was a taxi driver who a woman dies in the back of his taxi, right? And this gang, and she hides a piece of evidence
in the back.
in the back of the seat.
I'm
right.
already yawning just thinking
about this movie, yeah, right? So the gang that killed her, right, are then like harassing this taxi driver trying to get the bit of evidence or whatever, right? So there's a bit at the start where they track him, they get into his taxi, they get him to drive out into the middle of nowhere, and then he gets out of the taxi and they all start beating the shit out of him. And then he gets a couple of hits in on each of them, and then he runs away for a while. And then they catch up to him, and they all beat the shit out of him. And then he gets a couple of hits in, and he runs away for a while. Then they catch up to him, they all beat the shit out of him. That went on for like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then there was like 40 minutes of just talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In weird submarine houses.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really... it's from the 70s, but it was like poorly shot, poorly acted, I would say as well.
Yeah.
Poorly dubbed.
Yeah, dubbed.
Poorly dubbed. Like, obviously,
Not
like,
that we watched it
yeah,
dubbed in English. We watched it. It was just it was, what's it called? ADR.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just ADR'd over all the actors.
yeah. Very unconvincingly.
Yeah,
Very
they all just sound like
unconvincingly.
they're in a room.
And not only do they sound like they're just in a room, but like it's clear that they are saying, like, the person on screen is saying the thing that the audio is picking is also saying, right? But it's just not quite in time. You know, you
Yeah,
can see that the person's lips are moving in such a way to say whatever is being said, but they don't sync up properly. It's really disorientating and really unappealing to look at. And not in like that funny way. You know, when you watch an English dub, it's funny that the mouths don't match up or whatever, or it's part of it, like it's part of the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, it was just jarring. Yeah.
It was a bad movie. So anyway, on to bullshit. No. This movie was so. That's all I have. Is just it was really boring.
It was really, really boring. I would like to point out that I did pick this film. Right?
Yeah, Dara picked this one.
But the first I wanted to watch Look Who's Back, which is about Adolf Hitler waking up in the 21st century. And I still want to see that film, and I still think it would have been better than this. Right? But I saw Jackie Chan. I saw an hour and 20 minutes, and I said, let's watch this. Alright, so I'm sorry. But I would like to let it be known I wanted to watch the Hitler in the Future movie, but no. Instead, we had to slug through this bullshit.
I thought the Hitler movie would be boring.
You thought it would be boring. I thought that there'd be loads of like physical gags, or just I don't know.
I've read the book. I don't think there is that many like physical like. I don't
know, man. I just thought that it could be fun. You know,
well, maybe
to watch Adolf Hitler.
We'll watch it next week.
It's not next week. Because what if it's two shit ones in a row? Next week, someone recommends something. The last recommendation we got was good.
Yeah.
You know? Someone just recommends something that's good. I feel like we
definitely got recommended something and I just didn't check the email.
I feel like we've actually got like a backlist of recommendations that we just haven't gone through for some reason. So we should start working on that.
Open the email and click each one individually and check.
Yeah, and then and just take a list.
Would take like
we'll do that tonight.
That would take like an hour, Dara, of my precious time. Oh yeah, definitely we should do that tonight.
Yeah, we'll do that tonight. Sorry for ignoring all your recommendations.
Look at us not talking about this movie because it was terrible.
Desperately trying to avoid it. But yeah, right. So the basic plot is Jackie Chan is in this gang. He's one of the baddies. They killed your one. She dies in the backseat of the taxi. Taxi driver doesn't seem all that phased, to be honest.
The next scene, he's just eating some soup.
Yeah.
He just seems to be minding his own business.
Yeah, but then the gang just keep harassing him and keep following him and shit. And then this police woman gets involved, and she's like a super tough police woman. There's a montage of her kicking the shit out of everybody, a karate or some shit. Like I don't care. It wasn't fun. And then eventually, fucking Jackie Chan's gang kidnaps both your man, the taxi driver, and the police woman. And then at the very end,
they fight.
No, at the very end you find out how and why they killed your Yuan in the first place. And it's because she took pictures of Jackie Chan doing something illegal.
Yeah.
We don't know what.
He's posing in the pictures.
He was posing in the pictures.
He's posing in the like literally Jackie Chan's character was like, take a picture of me next to the registration number of this car that we're using to do illegal things.
Yeah, and then they killed her for it.
Which seems like a bad move for a criminal.
Yeah, and then they walk away from the car. She takes pictures of him by the car, and then they walk away from the car, whatever he was doing at the car, I have no idea. And then he's just standing there, like looking off into the distance, and she's like right up beside him taking pictures of his face. And so I was kind of like, okay, so are they a couple? Is she just taking pictures of him because she thinks he's real pretty? What's going on? Because he knows the pictures are being taken of him. But then suddenly they like force-fed her some poison in a shot glass. And then she ran out into the taxi and then died in the taxi, and she hid the photos in the taxi. And then the lads, like the gang, this pisses me off. Jackie Chan's gang, the reason they keep going after the taxi driver is because they know the pictures are in his taxi.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, he is like driving this woman home, this Chinese woman, and she's got like 3 kids with her.
Yeah.
And he, just to show that he's a good guy, that he's like a stand-up guy, he like brings her shopping inside for her. So she's like carrying the kids in, and he's carrying the bag of shopping. He locks the taxi, goes up in the elevator. He comes down, and his like engine has been taken from his car, from his taxi. The windshield is all covered in black paint, so they vandalized his car
And they slashed his tires.
and they slashed his tires. But you know what you also could have done? Is you could have broken the window and taken the pictures while he was inside, and you had enough time to do all that other stuff.
The car was probably unlocked as well.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Just like, why? Why? They knew that the pictures were there. They knew they were there. That's why they kept after him.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
No, it
No
was a
sense
terrible
whatsoever. Like, yeah, it sucked. It was fucking awful. I'm sorry, everyone. This one just sucked. Remember when Brian said that, you know, oh, don't worry, we promise it'll be worth the wait. It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't worth the wait. Too much
we got a lot
hype.
of other discussion in though, you know.
Yeah, we did. We
Talked
did
about
talk.
suicide and rappers getting shot. What an episode.
Jesus.
Interestingly enough, this is one of only 2 movies in which Jackie Chan portrays a villain. He's always heroic.
Yeah.
It feels weird seeing him be a dick.
But you see, that was part of the reason that I picked this one to begin with.
Yeah.
It's because I saw Jackie Chan on the poster and nobody else.
And you're like,
And I saw the
yeah.
description that was like, ooh, a taxi driver teams up with a policewoman. And I was like, oh, cool. Jackie Chan's going to team up with this policewoman. No, he's just one of the gang members.
Which is, yeah, they re-released it.
To be like the Jackie Chan movie.
And they just upscaled it to widescreen format.
Yeah.
Called it Rumble in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Because of the other movie. It's Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my head, I was like, because you know when you're recording and you're talking,
Yeah.
you immediately like start to fuck up everything you ever try and say.
Yeah,
I was like, is it Rumble in Brooklyn? No.
Is
no,
it
it's
Rumble
not.
in the Jungle?
I think it's Rumble in the Bronx. But it might be Brooklyn. And then my brain is like, what if it's Brooklyn and you look like a fucking idiot?
Don't worry, it's not Brooklyn.
It's Bronx.
Yeah, it's Bronx.
Yeah. So yeah, they just
Yeah.
released it with that name, but
It was despicable. And
Yeah, it's horrible.
also, there's a load of opium in this film. That's another thing.
but not until like the very end.
Yeah, until the very end. It turns out that's the illegal shit they're up to.
The worst thing about this movie is just that they talk for like 4 hours. It feels like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's only an hour and 20 minutes long.
Oh, that's the worst part.
Yeah, I know. And it felt like such a fucking slug. Like, you paused at one point and we had 45 minutes left. And I was like, how could we possibly have 45 minutes left of an hour and 20 long film?
I remember
Like, how have we not sat through more of this shit yet?
We paused at one point and left the room for like, I want to say 4 minutes. And in that 4 minutes, I was like, this is what time actually moves like.
Yeah.
Like, quite nicely. But when you're watching this movie, it's just, it's such a boring fucking slog.
Yeah.
I'm tired talking about it.
Yeah, I know. What is there to say about this fucking piece
Don't
of
watch
absolute
this movie.
bullshit? Don't watch it. Definitely don't watch it.
Actively protest this movie.
Yeah.
Let's take to the streets.
Let's get it taken down off of Netflix.
Yeah. Let's get signs, other things that protesters have.
For what it's worth, also, we tried to figure out at the start of the film what was on his face, because we weren't sure. So I googled what's on Jackie Chan's face in fucking Young Tiger or whatever, and all I could find was an entire forum of people that were like, don't watch this one. Don't do it. Just leave it. It's fine. Don't bother with it.
Don't bother.
Yeah. The only saving grace is Jackie Chan, and he's not even.
You know, when you said that,
great
I
in
was
it.
like, should we turn off this movie and watch something else? And then I was like, but it's so short.
Yeah.
We'll get the podcast done so early.
Yeah, and it is pretty early. What time is it? Like 8 o'clock?
Yeah, it's just 8:30.
8:30.
Which is crazy.
Whoops! I nearly broke everything.
Your
Yeah,
vape
I know.
is
My
there.
vape is right there. Yeah, just balancing.
Do we even have anything
delicately.
more to say about
I don't
this
think we
episode?
do. Look, fuck this one. This one, fuck it. All right.
We botched it, fellas.
Yeah, we
we botched this one.
Yeah, it's not our fault, man. It's not our fault. Like, there was nothing for us to work with here, you know? There's nothing interesting to discuss. There were no, like, good visuals or, like, clever uses of fucking audio or anything like that. It all sucked. All of it.
But because we started so late with the actual discussion on the movie, I think we could make it to 2 hours.
Do you think so?
Maybe 2 and a bit.
Well, what are we on now?
An hour.
We're on an hour?
We have quite a bit of bullshit and we've got some emails.
Yeah,
so
okay, yeah, we stretched the fuck out of those emails.
we won't stretch it. I think we just...
No, but I think that we can now we can allow time for the emails without feeling rushed in any way.
I don't know why we feel rushed in any way. Oh, because you have to go to work the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So this time, fuck it. We're gonna aim for 2 hours, folks. I think we can do
and
it.
to do that, I'm going to need to go get another beer.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back. Actually, now. We're back.
And so, I don't know if you remember, but when you paused, you said about now, and then when you play it again, you said now. So now it's gonna go now.
Now.
Now,
We're
now.
back.
Like the new Gorillaz album.
Now.
It's called the Now.
I haven't listened to that. I don't listen to fake
Hasn't come
bands.
out. Hasn't come out yet, but the couple singles have, and I like them.
I don't listen to fake music.
Fake music,
Made by
cartoons.
Just like I don't watch fake porn. I showed Ali those cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she found them much more amusing than I did. Because I have a problem with the cards real quick.
Okay.
Because, like, they're of no use to me. Because, like, I wouldn't play poker with, like, booby cards or any cards like that. I just want to play poker.
Well, they're cards, man. You can just play poker. Like, you don't need to do. You don't have to
but I don't
gawk
need
at
to be
them. Just
playing
pay
poker with
attention on
like,
the.
the ace.
Yeah.
Every ace is just a close-up shot of an erection.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I
Yes.
want to check that shit
I
out.
looked through all of them while they were gone. They're ridiculous.
I'm gonna find this shit. Hang on.
They're gross.
Oh my god.
Because it's not even that they're gross. It's just, like, it's not even the dicks are gross. It's just they're 90s.
They're pretty. Yeah, they're like 90s
they're all
pictures.
like gross 90s
Oh,
dudes.
look at that one, man. That one's rough.
Oh no, he looks like he's like all.
Yeah, he's stretching it out. Look how saggy his ball sack is. That's
Look at his
like
chest is so small. He looks like
He looks like a child.
he looks like you've stumbled onto him on Omegle. You know what I mean? Like
He looks like a young Leo DiCaprio.
that's what Ali said. When
Doesn't
I showed
he?
her that one. Yeah.
That's crazy. Let's see. I need to find a single ace. How long is it going to take me to find a fucking ace? Come on, that's. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
You saw the first ace that I saw too.
Is it the diamond? The ace of diamonds?
That's the one.
Yeah,
That is
that's
just-
Oh,
let me get.
that's a
hang on,
humdinger.
I can quickly.
What's this here? Is that his testicles? I don't think that is an erection,
Give me
bro.
the rest of the deck.
That's
real quick.
not hard on. That's just flaccid.
I can quickly get to my favorite one here.
Oh, your favorite one.
I have a favorite.
He's
one.
already got favorites. See, you said you didn't like these cards, but you've already got a favorite one.
It's a little trick card.
Oh yeah?
It's not in this. It's not in this pile you gave me.
No. Is it the white one?
Oh, it's this one. It's this one. Because you
Okay.
look at it and you're like, "There's no nudity in this."
Oh,
wait.
it's the under dick. Yeah.
He's just like lying down with his pants on,
Yeah, his pants are on.
but his dick is just like.
His dick and his balls.
And it looks like it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's like lying on his stomach, looking back at the camera.
With his dick like folded up.
His dick folded
up.
under his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like he's absolutely crushing the fuck out of his testicles, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looks
yeah,
really
yeah, it looks
uncomfortable.
awful.
What's that tattoo on his back? Is that like a butterfly?
Probably.
It looks like a butterfly. Can't really make it out from here.
Also-
It's either a butterfly or a fairy.
What? Don't tell me like the name or anything, but what kind of store did you get that from?
Oh, just like a random souvenir store.
How long do you think that store has been there?
I don't know. Why?
Because those cards were made in 1995. It says so on the box.
and
And I think that they've been sitting in that store since 1995, and now they're the year that I was born.
Well, that makes it quite fitting, doesn't it? I mean, this is what dicks look like when you were a baby.
What? You mean to you now? They look big to you now?
Like, look, some of these lads are absolutely hung, but some of them aren't. Some of them are just ripped and they've got like normal sized dicks.
They're all kind of.
Oh, this guy is like mid pleasuring himself. You can see his asshole. Look at that. That guy's about to come.
He's done. Look at his abs there.
Oh shit, he came. He came. The Queen of Diamonds
Oh,
came.
my family listens to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He jizzed all over his
I
stomach.
just realized. That's
Oh
hilarious.
god damn it.
Yeah, there's a couple of those in there where you're like, he's enjoyed himself. That's past tense.
Jesus Christ. Oh man, can I just say, like, I thought that it would be funny buying those cards. I never thought it would be this funny.
Yes. We got material.
Jesus. Yeah. But the box was in like a plastic thing. There was like plastic covering the box. So it wasn't all like, because the box looks kind of fucked up now because it's been in the bottom of my bag. No, but it was in better nick. I just want you to know that these aren't like second-hand cards.
Oh no,
or
I know they're not second-hand. Yeah.
It's not like someone's been enjoying themselves watching that Queen of Diamonds enjoy himself. Like, do you think you could wank the playing cards?
He's so hairy.
He is pretty hairy.
I think, why is that even a thing? Because the only time you use playing cards as a normal person is in a group setting.
Yeah.
And you kind of need both of your hands. You know? And usually you play poker with people who probably wouldn't appreciate that kind of thing. I feel like poker can get quite serious.
Yeah, but I think that's why they're kind of perfect though, right? Because I feel like it's I don't know, I feel like it might throw you off your game. I was discussing this with Finn. I think it would totally fuck up people's poker face. You know? Like, someone's gonna pick up a card and they're gonna get a little grin and we're gonna be like, oh, it's this card. Because we know that particular dick Austin can't look at without having a little chuckle.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes it more interesting.
They're not viable for... They're not viable for anything. Like, if I want to look at dicks, there's the internet. There's probably much... Like, because these are all old pictures and they're
There's
old...
a mirror if you want to look at dicks, like...
They're old 90s guys.
Yeah. Some of them are ripped, man. Some of them are in really good shape.
But most of them are kind of gross looking dudes.
Yeah.
There's one dude in particular who's real gross.
Yeah.
I don't like when they're smiling at me. You know? Like, there's a couple...
This guy.
Like, this guy here, he's like smiling at me.
Yeah, he is, like, fully, like, open mouth smile.
This is terrible for an audio podcast.
No, I think it's great actually, because it would be way worse if people could actually see all of these
why
dicks.
Is he sitting like that?
Yeah, that guy's just
hanging down.
Let it hang loose. I like this guy that I'm holding, the 4 of Hearts, because he's like midway through pulling up his shirt and midway through pulling down his trousers, but he's just got like a big old bush of pubes and like a monster dong, like just hanging out over the zip of his jeans that aren't quite down yet.
There's one guy who looks like in his 40s and he's like on a beach.
In his 40s? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I hope people are enjoying
this guy's
listening
peeking
to
around
us.
the door.
No, he's just
he's having a little. He's like, what you
look.
doing?
Oh wow! Look at the Joker. Jesus. Ooh.
That's the Joker?
That's the Joker, yeah.
How is that the Joker? Oh, I get it. Because it's a Joker card. Now, this guy's actually the Joker.
Yeah, he's just showing a little... See, that's just a little bit of playful booty. You know, there's no dick in that one. There's no dick in this one either. This is just a guy squeezing his own ass. Yeah.
And hey, we've all been there.
Oh, wow. Look at this, though. This guy's wearing like an aviator kind of bomber jacket and like aviator goggles, and he's got a scarf. He's outdoors and he's just got his jeans down. Look at that, look. There's a whole gimmick going with this one, like.
That's the worst one.
Jesus, that is definitely the worst one. Oh my God, he's like squeezing his balls.
And he's like mid like orgasm face.
What way is he sitting, man?
Now, the worst part about that card.
Yeah.
It's not the face. It's not the like balls.
Yeah, well, ball, because one of them is hidden.
It's the hairy nipples.
Ew, he does have.
And the chain. It's the hairy nipples and chain combo that really.
And he's got a ring. He's also got a ring on.
He's got a ring on, which doesn't help.
No.
We need to get to emails.
We do need to get to emails, but just because I'm so fucking intrigued by this card, I insist that fully clothed, I'm going to recreate the position in which this man is lying. And I want you to put that picture up later, just so people can fully understand how insane looking this is. Because I'm not going to put up the picture. I don't want people to see this picture. It's pretty disturbing. But I need people to understand the dynamics of what I'm actually looking at here. It's pretty incredible. Yeah, he's a hairy dude. Okay, God, okay, let's put these away. I can't do this anymore.
I can actually edit it in
into right here.
I have. Yeah.
Awesome.
You
Dope.
should have seen it if it happened. If I remember to do it, I wrote it down, so we should. I'm not talking into the mic as well as I could because I gotta get the email set up.
Okay.
All right. So our first email
Mm-hmm.
is from Barry,
Woo!
Mr. Ironic Snap.
Ironic Snap, the editor of Virtual Citizens.
Yes.
Woo! Yeah.
And
Which, by the way,
ex-YouTuber. I haven't.
I don't know if he's like. I don't know if he stopped doing it now. He kind of mentioned to us that he was going to.
Yeah.
But I remember last week when I like said congratulations to him for being the editor. I didn't check if we could say that, but he never said anything.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
Congrats, Barry.
In fact, he mentions it here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the subject line is "I am furious."
Oh no. Oh no. I'm
Sirs,
sorry.
Sirs, how fucking dare you insult the majesty that is Sword Art Online? That's not what you thought it was going to be.
No, that's that shitty anime you were giving out about.
I
haven't
let a
seen
lot
it.
of nonsense slide from the two of you, but I could not abide slandering one of the best animes. No, one of the best narratives we have ever produced as a species. The central character arc is so emotionally resonant and complex. And furthermore, haha, I'm just kidding, I've never watched this show, but I've heard almost entirely bad things. It is bad. You know what the central character, like the main character shows up in this world of like a video game. It's like an online video game where you get like transported into the world, into the virtual space.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he's been playing it forever. And he's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best player, and nothing can stop him.
Mm.
And he's just the strongest guy.
Yeah.
And all his siblings, all his cousin who with big titties, and his sister with big titties, and all his friends with big titties, they all want his dick. That's the story.
Really?
There's a big part of that in it too.
Jesus.
It's like a power fantasy thing.
Yeah.
And it's really boring because of that. Would you imagine having your character be like the best at everything and have no conflict while playing it straight?
Yeah. It does sound really dull.
It's imagine One Punch Man if they were like, oh my god, how is One Punch Man gonna beat this next? Oh yeah,
You just punched
he
him.
just punched him in One Punch Man. Whoa, whoops.
It's in the name. Yeah.
Thanks for shouting out my new position as Virtual Citizens editor. I have just converted all my failed video ideas into article format, as I claimed I would on this very podcast. Going well so far. We're also accepting article submissions, which I will then edit, I guess.
Yep. He said that to me a while
that
ago.
to me too.
And I've already got an idea.
So do I.
Yeah. So
What's-
should get working on
I
that.
hope our idea isn't the same.
It won't be.
Okay.
My idea is about something that you don't give a shit about.
My idea is about something you don't give a shit about.
Wow. Wow. What are you guys? Isn't it crazy that we're isn't it so crazy that we're friends? Like we do there's a big gap between our like shared interests. We have a lot of shared interests, and then we just have a lot of not at all shared
But
interests.
I like that because we bounce off each other better, and like I think we have better conversations because of that. 'Cause
Yeah.
we disagree like on stuff a lot of the time.
Quite a lot. Yeah, quite frequently.
But I think we both like writing and stuff as well. which
Yeah.
kind
So
of-
yeah. At least both of us are passionate about it, about
Yes,
our
yeah.
stance on whatever thing. Yeah.
I would be so goddamn hyped for a She-Hulk movie. I'm a big fan. Some of my all-time favorite Marvel stuff is a run of comics where she becomes a superhuman lawyer. There are cases like a man gaining powers from a freak accident at his workplace and then suing his employer for violating safety practices. Poking fun at old tropes without being mean or cynical. It was brilliant stuff. Yeah, there's some really good She-Hulk runs out there.
Yeah, I would love it if they made a She-Hulk film.
Yeah,
but
same.
again, I don't know. Well, how
they're
could they
not
market
going
it
to.
is what
Why
I'm
would
saying.
They do it?
Well, like they're
People would be like, so what, she's like the Hulk's sister? Or
yeah, but you
Yeah.
see, like because they're finishing up with the current phase now, and they're gonna get rid of all those people, so they have to do something new. So why not do that? Like that'd be great. Just do that. It'd be fucking great.
Throw
Please
She-Hulk
do
in
that.
there,
It'd be
yeah.
unreal. Yeah.
On the DC side, could we maybe give Catwoman another shot? Selina's a great character. Halle Berry is a great actress. Something there just did not click.
Yeah.
I disagree with Halle Berry being a great actress.
Yeah.
I think she had one good role and then a bunch of really bad ones, like
What was her
Catwoman
one
and
good
Storm.
role? What was her one good one? What was her good one?
I don't fucking remember. I can't remember the name of it.
I know she did play something really well.
I'm sure she's been in a ton of movies and
Yeah.
been good, but everything I've seen her in, which is Catwoman and X-Men.
Do you know what happens to a toad that's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Give
I
it
mean,
a
like,
bit of-
it's
give it a
not
bit of
her
pizzazz,
fault. Like,
Hallie,
how
come
could you
on.
fucking... How are you supposed to sell that, to be fair? But, come on.
I think you could sell that pretty good if you didn't just.
Yeah, if you were like, you wanna know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? Same thing that happens to everything else. Bam!
Yeah.
And then just zap him with fucking lightning. Yeah, like that, I guess. Okay, continue.
Best of luck with the new band. Keep cranking. That's what I said.
Keep cranking.
Keep cranking out those funky fresh grooves. I assume it's a funk band. Barry. Funny thing.
Yeah.
On our first practice, we were kind of doing songs, kind of.
As you always do at the first practice. You're kind
Just
of
like,
doing
here's
songs.
an idea, let's do this for a bit. Here's another idea.
Yeah.
And then Austin was just like, okay, now play funk.
And then we all just played funk. And it was the best
And
thing
it was
we
the
did.
best thing we did all day.
All
and
day.
There's no way to replicate it.
Yeah, yeah. So there was a moment afterwards where we all kind of looked around and we were like, do we have the right idea here? Should we just be a funk band? But no.
Good God, you're both so verbose.
Verbose. Oh, hang on. Are you moving on to Oceans already?
Oh yeah.
Because I've got something to say on Barry's, which is the Catwoman thing. Is Gotham City Sirens not happening anymore? Hang on, let me check that. Where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is. I can't check that, so fuck it. But Gotham City Sirens was happening, and it was going to be like Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn.
Oh come on, why isn't it?
We're gonna have their own film. That was the idea, and David Ayer, who directed Suicide Squad, was supposed to do it. But I don't know if that's happening anymore.
That might not be happening.
Yeah,
I
it's still in
see a lot
development?
of
Question
things,
mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see a lot of question marks.
Yeah, so clearly we're not the only ones asking this question. But I think that sounds like a pretty interesting idea, because that's taking like three pretty good female characters, you know, and just putting them together and being like, because those three already have an interesting dynamic going.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that would be a cool opportunity to redo Catwoman, do that properly. I'd love to see a good Poison Ivy as well.
Yeah.
Because the only one that has ever been like live action was that fucking Batman and Robin one that we saw Uma Thurman in.
Uma Thurman, yeah.
And it was no good.
No
good at all.
Well, they have to do Teen Titans first.
To what? Why?
Because that's what they're doing at the moment.
What, the Teen Titans Go movie?
No, Teen Titans movie.
Oh, they're making are they not making a TV show of it or something? I thought.
Oh, are they making? I thought they were doing a live action
movie. I thought they were making a live action TV show.
Oh, well, maybe that's what it is. But have you've seen the pictures of the costumes?
I saw a picture of Beast Boy, I think.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it didn't look
He
great.
has green hair, but he's just a normal dude.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
He should be green.
He should be green. That's the whole idea, is that he's supposed to be green.
You have the technology to make that boy green.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely, man. They had the technology to make people green ages ago. Toad in the X-Men films, he's green. Like, for fuck's sake.
Lou Ferrigno is the Incredible Hulk in fucking 19 blah blah blah.
70 blah blah
70
blah 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 blah.
He was green.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they should definitely just make him green. Yeah, but you know, that I don't know if that's a TV show or a movie, but that could be interesting. But like I said,
I don't think it will be.
I don't know. Give it a fucking chance. I just want to see them try Robin.
I think DC is a lost cause at this point.
Might be. Oh, that's another thing. Apparently, Joaquin Phoenix is playing the Joker now. You heard about that?
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's playing the Joker now in a Joker origin film with the working title of Romeo.
I don't.
Right? What the fuck? And it's not a part of the DCEU. It's not a part of the canon, the storyline.
Okay.
It's completely external. So now it seems that they've just been like, oh god, we are fucking up this shared universe thing. Let's just try and make a good movie, I guess.
So
Seems like that's what they're doing. Is it
and-
Todd Phillips is the name of the guy who's directing it, I think?
Todd Phillips?
Todd Phillips, if I'm not mistaken. I think
What
he had
else does
something
Todd
I
Phillips
think he had
do?
something to do with the Hangover trilogy. I think he may have written it, or I don't know. Todd Phillips. See if it says anything about Joaquin Phoenix.
Um.
Hangover. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, he directed a documentary about Gigi Allen that I really like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Didn't know that.
Road Trip.
Road Trip looks awful.
Directed that. Looks pretty bad. Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, I've seen that. It wasn't that bad.
Mm,
I saw it when I was young. It was hilarious when I was young.
he was a writer for Borat.
Okay. I saw that recently. It was grand.
He directed The Hangover.
Yeah, I thought that he had something
And
to do
The
with
Hangover Part 2.
that. Yeah, then that's not good.
And The Hangover Part 3.
Yeah, it's also not good. War Dogs, that film did okay. Also wasn't that great, to be honest.
Never heard of it.
Really.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill's good in it.
Oh, that was that movie where he got fat and people kept photoshopping a bunch of bags of Subway in his hands.
yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the co-write and direct, co-write and co-produce origin story during the 1980s.
Yeah, it's set
For
in
the
the
Joker.
80s. Yeah.
It will be co-written by Scott Silver with Martin Scorsese serving as a co-producer.
Yeah, that's right. I knew Scorsese was involved in some capacity. But how crazy is that? That's a weird one, isn't it?
That's fucking weird.
It's very weird. Yeah.
Could be good though.
Could be good. I'm
But
excited for
that
it.
director-
Could be a lot better than Jared Leto.
I don't have much faith in that director.
Yeah. I've got a bit of faith in Joaquin Phoenix, though. Much more faith than I had in Jared Leto.
Yeah, but a bad director will.
But it's an interesting
Ruin a
idea,
movie.
at least. At least it's going.
Yeah.
It's going like let's go to the 80s. Let's go for a Joker origin. It's totally non-canon,
And
so
I
no
like-
one can get all. Oh, but Joker
They're-
doesn't have an official origin. Blah 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 blah.
They're doing
Which, to
like
be fair,
doing
is
their
me.
thing with Martin Scorsese. He's co-producing.
Producing.
as
Producers
if
don't
as
do
if that
anything.
means
Yeah, it
he's
doesn't
going
make-
to even look at the movie.
Yeah, you're never gonna see it probably, but
Some producers do.
some
Some do.
Some are like super heavily involved. But
I don't
it
think
massively
Martin Scorsese
varies.
gives a fuck
Yeah,
about
prob-
the Joker.
No, probably
He's
not.
too busy doing old Italian man shit, like eating gabagool and talking outside of a deli or whatever.
Yeah.
I watched Sopranos recently. That's from my understanding. That's all Italian men do all day.
Scorsese is too busy just sitting around fantasizing about who Leonardo DiCaprio could play next. Yeah. And evidently not the Joker in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't
too
work.
old.
Wouldn't work. Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is not though.
Yeah.
He's like the same age.
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't look as old though. I don't know. DiCaprio's got some like wrinkly ass face or something.
I watched what's that movie that he was in that he won the Oscar for?
Revenant.
Watch The Revenant.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There's some cool shit in there, like where you're like, oh man, they shot an avalanche as a practical. They made an avalanche happen as a practical effect,
That's pretty dope.
and you're like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And Tom Hardy's really good in it and should have won the Oscar because I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio fucking does much in it.
Yeah.
Just kind of grunts. He's like, I'm in so much pain. I'm angry because they killed my son. I'll kill you, Tom Hanks. Not Tom Hanks. Tom Hardy. Maybe he's going to kill Tom Hanks too. Who knows? He was pretty mad in that movie.
I haven't seen The Revenant.
Humorless is how I would describe it.
Yeah.
Devoid of any
seems-
humor.
Seems like a very serious time. Very serious film.
And it's
And
long, too.
Yes,
It's
a long, serious
movie.
film.
But Tom Hardy's really fucking good in it.
Yeah. I believe you. He's really
Tom
good
Hardy
in,
actually
like,
did
most
the
things.
correct accent as well.
Oh, yeah?
Leonardo DiCaprio, he just did one of these old-timey American accents. You know, I'm out there on the plains.
What did...
Well,
Tom
Tom
Hardy
Hardy had like the actual accent that I can't do because I'm too untalented. He's Tom Hardy, Jared. Come on.
Okay, but what kind of accent? Like, from where?
The American Pioneers.
Okay.
From like, I can't remember where it's from, but it's like a certain accent that he did.
Okay.
That's like
Okay.
cool and sounds authentic.
Okay.
Whereas Leonardo DiCaprio just sounds like, what do older people sound like? Like old-timey people.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Tom Hardy should have won that Oscar. I'm saying it right now.
You're laying it down as law.
Tom Hardy should have won the fucking Oscar for The Revenant. Fuck Leonardo DiCaprio. He should have won it for Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's hard to give someone an Oscar for, beating their wife and crashing a car with their kids in it and taking a lot of No,
No, that was the movie, Dara. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's like pretty normal in real life, I think, except for like he's super rich and stuff.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like Oscars are,
Oscars
more
are for
about
sad women on boats.
Yes.
No.
And evidently, the sad woman on a boat film that Leonardo DiCaprio started off with wasn't enough to get him the Oscar, so he had to just keep going with a bunch of other shit. Yeah. We should move on to the next email.
Man, I'm getting run off. We're getting lost out in the weeds here talking about shit.
Yeah, we really are.
I keep adjusting like the legs on my microphone and then noticing that it's making like an audible
click. Yeah, I got fed up of it. And now I'm just holding it stand-up comic style.
Do that, though.
I'm probably gonna stop eventually. I'll probably put it back in its thing, but yeah. Oh.
In solidarity with you, Dara. Oh man, I plugged that mic by accident. Okay, here we are. Oh, I feel like I'm doing a live stand-up show.
Yeah, right.
What's the deal with vapes?
With vapes.
You suck them down. Vape comes out. Where does it go?
Where does it go?
Where does the vapor go after you breathe it out?
It evaporates.
Where does it go? Up into the air? Make stars? Look, I never said I was a good comedian, just that I looked like one.
I just stopped there. I was just like, I'm just going to let him continue on his own.
Yeah, you were like, that was like, Dara, I'm drowning, help. Throw me the stick, and you're just standing there,
just standing there, enjoying watching you flop about in the water.
I'll hand it to him. He can survive another couple of minutes. Okay, so this is from Oshin.
Thanks for writing in this time, Oshin.
Thanks for.
Because I did call you out hardcore last time.
Back with a vengeance and a voracious sexual appetite.
Is that the subject?
That's the subject.
That's fantastic.
Howdy, fam. 'Tis I, your friend, Oshin, the one who makes misery and social isolation look both sexy and alluring. It's super cool you guys watched Perfect Blue, our movie last week. Dara's vaped too hard.
I was laughing too hard as I vaped
himself
actually.
Into a coma. It's super cool that you guys watched Perfect Blue. Loved your in-depth look into the film because you voiced a lot of the horror and fascination I felt when I first watched it. Which, by the way, was at 9 a.m. in a college classroom, surrounded by tired and somewhat disgusted classmates. I can't say that I enjoyed the experience, but I was certainly invested in the premise and characters.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That's interesting. I was interested to hear Oshin's take on it because I do think I enjoyed it in the sense that I think that it was like I was invested in it and I was interested in it and I wanted to see how it resolved, but I wasn't like enjoying it in the sense of like, oh, what a good fun time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That makes this whole episode make a lot more sense because I was really proud of our like discussion on Perfect Blue. I think we handled it well and we like went quite in depth. I said some things that listening back to it I was like, oh, that was actually like decent. So did we both were making like good points.
I think we had some things to say about that one,
and I think we just used up all of that energy
and
in that episode and fucked ourselves for this week.
Or maybe young fucking Tiger just isn't anywhere near as fascinating as Perfect Blue.
Oh, that's probably what
it is, I would say. Yeah.
You know what, guys? I'm aware that I didn't send an email in last week, and I know this because I know this caused tension in the ranks of Isolation Lost? Translation Lost. I'm also aware that my position as best friend of the podcast is in jeopardy. So I thought I'd take some time to drag Barry's reputation through the mud and cement myself as a glowing example of what Translation Lost's listenership. That's hard to say.
Translation Lost's listenership. No, you just suck.
Again, letting me drown out here. Should look like. You know what I heard Barry say once? He once said, and I quote, "Sword Art Online sets the standard for all anime. A true modern classic."
Wait, what? Hang on, what? Are they in cahoots?
No.
What's going on?
I think it's just because we talked shit about Sword Art Online last time.
This is just working out this way.
And this is just working out.
Oh my god. Okay,
I
continue.
don't think they're in cahoots.
Maybe they're in cahoots,
If they were in
man.
cahoots, they'd be smart enough to start their own podcast.
I think they might be cahooting, man. I think that. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, cool. Go continue.
I know this is troubling news, but I accept that the He Lost Pod can no longer align themselves with somebody with such bad anime taste. It'll be a very brave step for you guys when you cut Barry Iron Snap.
Iron Snap
Loose. Okay, I jest. Barry has good anime taste. I also got to say that I share his love for My Hero Academia. His choice and favorite characters is spot on. Frog Girl and Bird Boy own my heart. I don't actually have faves from that show. There's so many good characters, it's too hard to choose. That's pretty true. My least favorite character is Mineta, though. I hope only bad things happen to him. Sorry for discrediting you, Barry. I did what I had to do to remain number one. Mineta is the perfect choice for least favorite character. He's the worst.
Okay, but why? I don't know this show.
Because he's a
Why
little
is he
shit.
Okay.
Who just, his power is he can throw balls out of his hair, and they stick to things, and they're really sticky. But also he's just a huge pervert.
Oh. Yeah, there's always one of them in an anime, isn't there?
Yeah,
It's always a huge pervert.
The anime was so close to not having that in it.
Yeah.
And that character just kind of brings it forth every now and again, and you're like, fuck off, I'm trying to enjoy this show. I don't
no,
this.
no, not this anime trope. Get out of here.
Yeah. Because I know Dara has a budding interest in anime, and he should discuss how he's finding Mob Psycho, by the way. I thought I'd throw in a few anime recommendations for him, and anyone else that's interested. Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill?
Yep.
Okay.
And Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, okay, you've recommended that
are two
already.
of the best things I've ever watched in my life. I fully believe that everyone else should be watching them. Yeah, he's right. Both of those shows are really good.
Okay, awesome. The Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood that's on Netflix, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can just watch that one.
You can just watch that one in English.
Yeah.
I watched it in English. It was fine.
So there you go. I might end up doing that. Also, I haven't watched any more of Mob Psycho 100. I'm really sorry. I did watch. I think I watched one more episode after Oshin left. But I have it all on my laptop, and like I said, I've been busy.
It's really good.
I've had a very busy
though.
little couple of weeks.
But
But I definitely will, because I have it all there, and I opened my laptop last night, and I was like, oh shit, there it is. So I'm definitely getting on that, I promise.
Also, I'm not sure if Avatar: The Legend of Aang qualifies as an anime.
But I'm already more than aware of Oshin's love for this show.
It doesn't qualify as an anime. But if anyone out there hasn't watched it or doesn't like it, this is your PSA. You're legally not allowed to speak to me. Well, this is awkward. Because I've watched all of Avatar: The Legend of Aang. Or The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
The Legend of Korra is the one.
It's the one, this is the next one. Yeah, that's the follow-up thing.
But he wrote Legend of Aang, so I'm not sure which one he's talking about.
Right.
But
I know for a fact he loves both. He's seen them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've watched the first series, the
The
Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything for me.
No?
No, I watched it and I was like,
Interesting.
okay.
Because I know Oshin, not only Oshin, but Oshin's like brother and sister. They all fucking love that
everyone
show.
fucking loves it.
Yeah, and I when I was younger, I used to go over to Oshin's house every now and then, and I'd watch an episode or two with him, and I did enjoy it, but I never had it all. And I'm not like you or Oshin or anyone else I know in that I have no idea how to pirate shit. I'm no good at it. So
I'm not that good at it either, to be honest. Yeah, usually I just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I forgot to do the song this week for the emails.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it now. It's
You just say it. Just say the word.
emails.
Already underway.
Yeah, it's pretty much done.
Yeah. Okay, done. Awesome. We got it in there.
Also, on a last note, I have to say that I actually think Sword Art Online is a pretty misunderstood anime, as in some people don't understand how bad it is. It's garbage anime for garbage people. Not to be melodramatic. That was a nice bait and switch. That was good. Appreciate it.
That was very good.
Because for a second I was like, oh no. And then I was like, that's funny.
Fucking hilarious.
Anyway, Oshin out. Love you both. Hope everything is well. I look forward to the podcast on Monday.
Oh no. Sorry.
Hang on. When did he fucking send this? 16th of June. He's before Monday.
6. Yeah. Motherfucker.
Damn. Sorry,
God
Oshin.
damn it. Yeah. 16th of June, I was still in Amsterdam though. So
16th of June, I was at home.
yeah,
Was that Thursday?
I think so. Yeah.
I was at Finn's.
Oh, there you go.
We were playing FIFA.
Yeah. So yeah. So Sword Art Online is becoming my favorite recurring joke of this podcast because I haven't seen it and I think it's hilarious that everyone hates it this much. I think it's fucking fantastic. So thanks for bringing that up twice, Ushin. And thanks for bringing it up, Barry. I'm hoping that this is properly cemented as a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should watch an episode. I probably won't.
Man, I can't.
You can't concentrate with the cards in the
Poker men
background.
are looking at me. They're like looking at me in the eyes. But they've got their dicks in their hands. And it's bothering me. Well, this guy doesn't. He's just got a captain's hat on or whatever.
What, the guy on the cover?
On the front.
He's
got
got a captain's hat?
Well, he's got like one of those leather...
Oh, one of those weird leather caps.
Yeah.
See, I was always looking at this guy who's lying down.
I know you were. I saw you.
I never saw the guy with the big cap. Holy shit, look, the O just barely covers. Look, there's a little bit of tip coming out.
It doesn't cover his dick at all. The tip's right there.
Yeah.
And this guy's dick's just out on the cover.
Is it?
We're going to have to censor that when I put it up. Too.
Shit. See, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice that when I bought the cards.
Like, you know.
It is very well done with the nude boys, isn't it? It covers a lot of it. Or sex poker, rather. The word sex poker covers a lot of dick.
Not enough.
Not enough dick.
Not enough
No.
dick.
But,
well,
you know, until I properly looked.
So,
Yeah.
I guess it's time.
For...
Bullshit. I don't like this at all.
Bullshit for Brian, bullshit for Brian, hair like a lion, curly haired lion. Bullshit for Brian, bullshit for Brian, no I'm not lying, time for bullshit for Brian.
It's never occurred to me why I don't play along with you, because I feel like that's just G, C, and D.
Yeah, see, it's the jingle chords, bro. They're the chords for jingles.
Why have I never played that along with you?
I don't know.
It
You just
happened like that.
yeah.
Next episode.
Next episode.
So whose bullshit is it?
I'm pretty sure it's yours, but I will talk about that thing.
Yeah, I want to talk about that thing with you. I think we both want to talk about that thing.
I think Oshin will be delighted.
What the fuck is going on with this thing?
Okay, so I don't know if our listenership are aware of this, right?
We're getting deep into conspiracy, folks.
Yeah, we've all been lied to about Newgrange. Okay,
oh my God.
Right? Because Brian brought up Newgrange earlier, and I was like, I better double check this fact, you know, because I wasn't entirely sure that it was fact, and it turns out it's still a little up in the air, but recent studies would suggest that little fucking light box at the top
where the light comes in
during the winter solstice, and it's supposed to be like oh my God, how did those people all those hundreds of years ago, all those fucking dopes, how did they figure it out all those years ago? Well, they didn't. It was figured out 50 fucking years ago when they refurbished the whole thing. It was added in. That's what it looks like now. And this pisses me off because we learned about that shit on our goddamn leaving cert. I wrote about it on my leaving cert. Where's my phone? Stall, Brian.
See, are you sure it wasn't like already a thing, but they just added the little light boxy things to it later?
There's my house keys.
There's your house keys.
No, like Newgrange was a thing. Newgrange it was a thing. Like
I think
Newgrange.
You left your phone in the kitchen or something.
I don't know if I did, because I'm pretty sure I checked. Hang on. Maybe we should pause for a second.
Yeah, let's pause while you.
I had info on it.
Sorry, folks, technical difficulties. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Dara's not back yet. He's looking for his keys. He doesn't know I'm talking in the mic. I think he's coming back now, though. I'm going to go. See you guys. And we're back.
Let's talk about goddamn Newgrange, okay? Newgrange Sun Trap may only be 50 years old, says archaeologist. Evidence Solstice Monument was Iron Age, Hiberno-Roman cult site was underplayed. Right? Trapping the winter solstice sun at Newgrange in County Meath is not a 5,000-year-old phenomenon, but a 50-year-old construct, according to a former state archaeologist. Our stone ancestors were not as clever as we thought, and the significance of Newgrange as a Hiberno-Roman cult site in the late Iron Age has been deliberately underplayed, Michael Gibbons, co-author of a paper on the subject, argues. Newgrange's alignment, which captures the rising sun during the winter solstice period around December 21st, has made it one of the most... We already know that. But the thing is, so for anyone who doesn't know what Newgrange is, it's this tomb...
Yeah.
It's a tomb.
It's a tomb in Ireland.
In Ireland. It's a series of tombs, I suppose.
Whatever the fuck it is. I've never been.
I have. It's not that fucking interesting.
It's right there and I've never been. That's what Irish people are like.
Yeah, man. I've never been to the Dolmen.
I've been to the Dolmen.
Have you been to the
That's
Dolmen?
way closer and you can just walk up to it. There's no like... You don't have to fucking book or pay for a ticket and shit.
Yeah. No, I had to go to Newgrange as part of school. That's the thing.
That's ridiculous.
Because we had to... For art. Because it's part of art history.
We didn't go there.
Did you do art?
Yeah, I did art history.
Yeah?
Yeah, we went to Dublin.
Crazy.
Like
we did. We went
museum.
to Newgrange and we had to talk about Newgrange. And we had to write about it. And we had to write about how genius this thing is, this contraption, and like how clever were these people and how did they manage to do it? They didn't, it seems. It would seem as though they just didn't do it. And that article I was reading from, that came out a year ago. You hadn't heard this until today. And until today, I hadn't discussed it with anyone except Usheen.
Well, this is the word of one archaeologist, one state archaeologist.
One state archaeologist, yeah.
How many other state archaeologists have said, oh, this is a thing that they did?
It takes issue with Professor O'Kelly's contention that the tomb was largely unaltered from the Neolithic period, and says that Iron Age activities may have included construction of an enclosure or barrow on the summit and alterations to the mound's profile. Mr. Gibbons says the roof box, which was central to capturing the winter light, has not a shred of authenticity, and was fabricated during the reconstruction in the 1960s. Newgrange has been the subject of much archaeological debate since Professor Michael O'Kelly made the first observation of the midwinter solstice phenomenon at Newgrange in 1967. So the first time they noticed this winter solstice thing was in 1967. But we've been led to believe that for 5,000 fucking years the light's been going in through that goddamn box on the 21st of December every year.
Well, they had to dig it up.
What?
They would have had to dig it up at some point.
What, Newgrange?
Yeah.
Well, like, they reconstructed it or whatever. Yeah. But, like, they didn't have to... Like, yeah, they unearthed it. But, like... Okay, hang on. Okay, let's see what else there is here first, okay? The paper by the Gibbons brothers analyzes the various challenges to Professor O'Kelly's thesis, and says Newgrange's real significance as an Iron Age Hiberno-Roman cult site is supported by discoveries at the Boyne Valley location, which he underplayed. Yeah, the Boyne thing is like an additional thing. This might not be interesting to anyone else, but it's really interesting to me.
Yeah, no, it is.
I find it fascinating, because no one's talking about it.
Yeah, that's our thing and all. Like, Newgrange is kind of our...
Yeah.
big thing.
Yeah.
What else have we got? The Cliffs and Moor, and I don't know, the Blarney Stone, if you want to be an asshole.
Yeah, well, asked to comment, Dr. Robert Hensey, author of the recently published First Light, The Origins of Newgrange, said he would agree that there was significant Iron Age activity, and said Professor O'Kelly placed less stress on this period. However, Dr. Hensey said it was not correct to state that the roof box was a construct, and a series of studies indicated that it was 5,000 years old. The box's elevation during reconstruction work supervised by Professor O'Kelly was due to the fact that orthostats, or upright stones in the tomb's outer passage, required straightening, he said. So basically this guy, Professor O'Kelly, is saying, oh, no, they put it in that way. We just had to fix it because it got fucked up. And this other guy is going, no, they didn't put it in there at all. We put it in. So I would call that, personally, indecisive.
Yeah.
I would say that is... there's no conclusion to be drawn there yet. But I also think that it is unfair to just keep teaching it on our curriculum as if it's fact. Because when I Googled this as well, the first result that came up was this article, right? From 2 years ago, from 2016.
From what publication?
The Irish Times.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty reputable,
Pretty reputable.
you know? And that's the first one that came up.
So
Newgrange revelation. Look,
yeah,
this is...
I would say that. I don't know, because it's only one dude who's saying that it wasn't.
But there's loads of things on this. There's loads of discussion about this, but what I'm finding really interesting is it's all from 2016. No one's talking about it since then. 2 years? 2 years and no one's talking about this anymore, man. This is still a big fucking deal.
Government got to them all, man.
Yeah.
They're going to get to us next.
That's a disgrace.
They're going to be knocking on this door any minute now.
The journal.ie says that it's definitely not only 50 years old. A former state archaeologist had suggested the OPW. What's the OPW?
Man, I wish I knew. I would sound really smart.
Yeah, because they're saying the OPW as if it's supposed to fucking mean something to me. What's the OPW? The OPW.
This is terrible. This is just Googling stuff.
Yeah.
I hope Newgrange is a real thing.
Oh, the OPW is a fucking Office of Public Works. It's a government office.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna say that it's a fucking 5,000-year-old.
They're gonna stick up for the government.
Huh? No, I'm not. I'm doing the exact opposite
Yeah,
of sticking
I
up
know.
for the government. I'm saying that it's very much in the Irish government's best
Yeah,
interest to
we want
say,
that
oh no,
sweet
it's
tourism.
5,000 years old. Yeah, come see it. It's dope.
We want that tourism, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And if you want to keep living the way you're living, you're gonna shut the fuck up right now, because we need those dummies coming over here looking at that light.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. Is the reason it bothers me so much, or the reason that I'm so fascinated by it, is that when we were in school and we were learning about it, and they'd be like, how did they know? And I'd be like, I don't know. How did they know? And they'd be like, we don't know. And I'd be like, but how did they know? Like, because that seems like a pretty fucking complex thing to know. It seems like it actually took us a long time to figure out what they were doing 5,000 years ago. How did they know? And they're like, we don't know. That's the beauty of it. That's the magic of it. No, I think it means that it's bullshit.
Oh shit.
I think it means that they couldn't do it. They didn't do it. They didn't know how. How did they know? They fucking didn't. We did. 50 years ago.
Yeah, right.
That's the way. Doesn't that seem more logical? Because when I was in school and we were learning about this, before there was any suggestion, before anyone ever said to me that it was a fake, I never thought it was a fake, but I did think to myself, how? No one can offer me a logical explanation as to how they did that, how they figured that out. No one could explain it to me. And I believed it on face value. But now someone is like, oh no, it actually might not be true. And I'm like, thank you. Thank God. Because I was wondering about that. You know? I'm getting too passionate about Newgrange.
Yeah,
but
this is crazy.
I don't know, man.
Like,
I think it's a big deal.
If they were so smart back then, if they were as smart as we are now, they'd get some nice Polish men to build it for them.
Right? And then they would have done a fucking better job as well. They would have done a way better job. The light definitely would have come in. It wouldn't have needed to be reconstructed a couple of fucking 1,000 years later. Jesus. Yeah, man, that fucks me up. Because that's a big deal to us, Newgrange. You know? It's a big deal to us. It's like the pyramids. It's like how did they move those stones, you know? How did they
rollers and
do it? Yeah, I know.
Ramps.
But that's the whole idea of the pyramids is like, oh my God, they're so fucking big and so incredible, and they're a wonder of the world.
Yeah.
And I feel like Newgrange is our attempt at having like how'd they did it? It's like, Stonehenge or whatever, or Easter Island. How'd those heads get there?
Newgrange is a little bit different to the pyramids because it's not like, how did they physically do this? Even though there were big stones and stuff, but like we carried them on rivers and had rollers and stuff. Same with the Egyptians, they kept records of that shit. You know,
Yeah.
we know what they were doing, pulling up those rocks and stuff. But it's more a question with Newgrange of how did they figure out the thing comes in.
Yeah, the
on
sun
winter
comes in on
solstice.
the winter solstice. Because, especially when you consider, right, like how often, this is probably a stupid point to make, I don't understand what I'm talking about, but like how often does the sun even shine here in December? Like,
Oh, fuck off.
fucking
Yeah, no.
5,000 years ago, do you think that they had enough sunshine to know that was
Yeah.
going to happen every year? I don't think they did. I bet it was just as cloudy as it is here all the fucking time.
Yeah, you know, they finished Newgrange. They were all standing around. And your man was like, so what's it do now? And he's like, you gotta wait until this certain day when it's sunny in December. And everyone beat him to death.
Everyone.
Because they're like, what a waste of fucking time.
Jesus, we put so much time and effort into this.
Many people died while we were constructing.
Yeah. We had to
this
bury
tomb.
them in the tomb.
Yeah.
They're in there now.
We were making apartments. This turned into a tomb because so many people working on it died. And you're telling me it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, except for one fucking cold ass day in December, November.
Yeah. When hopefully it'll be
Hopefully
summer
there's a bit
in
of
the
sun.
dead of winter in Ireland.
Yes, where it's the dead of winter for most of summer.
I don't know, man. I think it's horseshit. I think it might be horseshit.
think it's horseshit?
I think it might be horseshit. And look, part of me wants it to be horseshit as well. To be
That'd be
honest,
crazy,
It'd be
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
But I know. I just, to be honest, it's not even. It doesn't even just boil down to like, how could they have known? Like that is a big part of it. But I also think a big part of it to me is like I wouldn't put it past our government to lie about it. And it's
Yeah.
not even like, oh, our lousy fucking government. Like, you know, like people are always like, oh man, like the government are watching you, the government, the NSA. I don't think our government's watching us to the same extent that like the American government is, but I definitely think that our government has done a lot of lying. You know? It has.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
They fucking like, you know, like when you consider the like, no, I'm not gonna touch that.
No,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
Let's just.
Nope. Just gonna leave it.
I think Newgrange being fake is right. So hear me out on this. It's very similar to XXX Tentacion being shot. Okay, because on the one hand, right, Newgrange being fake, you're like, ooh, that's that's an interesting thing. That's spicy. You know, there's something going on there. Just like, you know, you're like, oh, a rapper got shot. That's crazy. Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
But then there's a little bit of you that's like, oh, that sucks for that guy, or oh, that, you know, sucks for the Irish Tourism Board. So in a way,
Yeah. I
Newgrange
guess
being fake, XXX Tentacion being shot, it's all the same, really.
it's
all the same, and we
exact
brought it
same
back.
thing. Yeah, we brought it back quite neatly with a little bow fucking wrapped around it. And am I mistaken, or does that say 152?
52.
152. We're doing pretty fucking well, man. We're doing quite well.
We're doing quite well.
Yeah.
I should have kept that little bit until the very end. That would have been perfect to leave
I
it
don't.
on.
I don't think it matters. Is there anything else you gotta say before we close off here?
That guy on the cards is still looking at me.
He is. Yeah. Look at him.
It's
There's 54 great playing cards in this pack. Not just
Two-
50. Two extra.
Two jokers.
Two additional
Jokers.
cocks.
Two
Yeah, the
jokers.
jokers. Yeah, I know.
Only one of the jokers has a cock on it, though.
Really?
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Some of them are ridiculous.
It's weird. I know
unfortunately,
too much
but-
about this deck already. And you only left the room for like 5 minutes, and I just scanned them all. I was like, well, what's going on here? Okay. Aces or dicks? Okay. Jokers, there's one card that's not. There's nothing on it.
How do
a
you
wild
feel?
card.
Will we play one round of blackjack right now?
No, I don't want to play around a blackjack right now.
Come on, let's do one round of blackjack with the dick
One
cards.
round of black. I can see this being very boring to listen to.
I don't think so, because I'm going to describe each of the men.
We don't have anything to bet.
Huh?
We don't have.
We
any-
don't need to bet. It's fine. We're doing one round of blackjack.
Okay, it's me versus you.
Yeah, okay. So
You're
there's
dealer,
yours
you're
down.
dealer.
I'm dealing. Right? There's your up card. Okay, so I got a 9 with a man. He's pulling down his tidy whities. He's still got his t-shirt and shirt on. And
He's doing
it's
the-
actually quite a small dick that he's showing
Again,
off
he's
there,
doing
really.
Another one of those Omegle.
Yeah, it's an Omegle one, yeah. And Brian's got a 10. That is your
He's
man.
not a 10.
Oh, he's fully naked. He is not a 10 at all. And he's like dick in hand, ready to wank off onto your face.
He tortured cats as a child.
Yeah. Okay. So right. So do you want to hit or do you want to stick?
I'll stick.
You're sticking?
Yeah.
God damn it, Brian. Way to make this lame. Okay. Well then... God damn it. Just to make it interesting, I'm going to hit, even though I really shouldn't. Yeah, okay. So now I'm bust, but we did get this guy, who I quite like.
That guy.
We got Leo DiCaprio with his big fucking rager of a hard-on. What did you have anyway?
I had a queen and a 10.
Queen and a 10, so you had 20? I had 19 anyway, so I should have hit. So there you go. Done.
That's it.
Quick round of blackjack.
Quick round of blackjack.
Yeah. Or, I don't know, is there a way to make that a pun? Black cock or...
Oh,
Or,
no.
I don't know, something. I feel like there's something to be done there, but I'm kind of not arsed,
Whackjack or something.
to be honest. I fucking love these. I think this is actually probably one of the funniest things I've ever done, is buying you these cards.
That is really sad. That's
Jesus
the funniest
Christ.
thing I've ever done.
Ah, god damn, they're fucking hilarious though. Look at this guy on the bike. Look, he's just holding the bike. He's just like...
We're getting back into the poker
Oh,
cards
I'm
here.
sorry,
We've
I can't.
jumped back into the
I
poker
shouldn't have taken
cards.
them out. They're too fucking funny. They're way too funny.
That's you on a...
Yeah, that's me on a roller coaster with Finn and Austin on my keys. Yeah. So,
I've got nothing more to say. I don't think there's any point in stretching this out.
yeah, no, not really. I ain't got nothing more to say either. We've already played a round of blackjack. I think that's as much stretching
Yeah.
out as we can possibly do.
So thanks for tuning in to what might have been the worst episode of Translation Lost.
Oh, no
but
way,
also
man.
the best.
I think it could be the best. I think this
Yeah.
actually
I think every
I think it's
episode
pretty
is the worst episode, but also a little
also the
bit
best.
episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, I think it's good that we went with that 11.5 episode that one time, because now I feel like we can't dip below that level of professionalism. You know, we're still going to be a bit more professional than that.
I still have not stomached
Listening back
going
to that.
back and listening to that. Yeah.
I have. You are twisted. It's hilarious.
Do I
You and
say
Ellie.
anything bad in it? I don't think I said anything.
No, you just frequently apologize, being like, again, sorry, we're not doing a film. And I was like, Brian, they get it. It's fine. Stop.
I was
apologizing.
actually absolutely twisted.
Yeah,
That one
you
too.
were locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
And so was Ali. You can hear her yelling.
Oh, no, she just full on. She was a full on feature in that episode, man.
Yeah.
She speaks quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there we go, lads. There we have it.
That was Translation Lost.
Yeah.
If you liked this episode, give us a thumbs up or something.
If you like this episode, why?
Yeah. What the fuck is what's going on?
No. Yeah, fucking.
You can send us an email it's translationlostpod at gmail.com.
Yeah. Translation Lost Podcast on Facebook. At TLostPod on Twitter. You can follow it if you want. We never post anything.
Yes, we don't. We're going to be making an Instagram soon, but we'll talk
Oh,
about
shit,
that more
that's
in
right.
the next episode.
Yeah, we will for sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Translation Lost Ad Monkey.
On Instagram.
Give that guy a little shout out.
Yeah. Like us on Facebook, please. Whoever keeps viewing our page and not liking it, what's that about? Just give it a fucking like. What difference is it going to make to your day? Once every 2 weeks you're going to get an update? Like, do you really give that much of a fuck? Just give us a like, please. We're on like 32 for the last like several weeks in a row.
We just don't have any retention factor.
I
there.
know,
We've
man.
no retention factor.
I blame you. You're the one who puts up all the Facebook posts.
I blame you. You're the one who does all the work. Fuck you for not doing more. That's what you're saying right now. Fuck you for not doing work on this thing that gives you nothing in return. I remember there was one day pretty recently where you and Finn were like getting pissy because I was picking bad movies.
On
Not
the
like
podcast?
pissy, you were just like, oh, it's Brian's picking a bad movie again. I was like, you motherfucker.
For what it's worth, can I point out that I take the piss. I like to poke fun at you, but I also, if you listen back to any of these episodes, I frequently comment on the fact that I put no work in. I just show up and do this. Like, so thank you for all the work you put in,
Thank you,
Brian.
Dara.
You're
Even
very
though-
much appreciated.
Oh wow, that was
Yeah. I wonder if the microphone could pick up on the dead look in my eyes.
dead
as
look,
I
the
said
sarcasm.
that.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. So
Right.
that's Translation Lost.
Yeah. Thank you very much for listening. If you did listen this far or at all.
We'll be better at this next week.
Fuck you, Brian. We'll be better at this next week. I hate you.
We'll be better at this next week.